Studios, Sacktown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then
boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he.
Yeah, is Japan basically a farm team now for the Dodgers? Inquiring minds want to know. Good morning, Jason. How are you?
I'm well. How are you, Carmichael Dave?
Hey, I am great. Kings win. Great win last night. Just look, we get caught up, me especially, in the 50,000-foot view, but every once in a while, it's just, look, I don't know what last night's win means. I don't know what it means long-term, short-term, don't know. It was just nice to see our fan base being able to witness a very entertaining, very fun game.
Can I say something about our fan base too, by the way?
You absolutely can.
Based on, well, really not even, maybe I'll even go on my own feelings. Pretty down on the squad, losing four the way they did. A couple of them, really three of the four, not very competitive.
Yeah.
Kind of feeling like the reality was 9-10, which still might be the reality. I don't know that last night changes that right now, but was kind of down going into that game, I would have to say. And then, like, you know, I tell you all the time, but I think I needed the reminders. Like, man, you know, when you get there, it's like maybe it's somebody's first game, maybe it's somebody's 100th game.
Sure.
But just from the get-go, from the intros, like from the opening tip, I'm like, man, everybody is really into this. Like, I mean, nothing had even remotely been decided. I'm like, okay, now I'm kind of getting into this. And this is, you know, when it's going 9-8, 14-13, like just back and forth. And obviously when they started playing even better, it was like, this place is really into it tonight.
Rocking.
So it's kind of fun, like a fun reminder that, yeah, they might end up being 11th at the end of this. Who knows? Everybody was into last night's game specifically.
I think that's you know, that's a source of a lot of the frustration, at least on my end, is that we just have the best fan base. We do. I'm so proud to be a part of it. I'm so proud of the city, and I've always been so proud of just how amazing this fan base is. And it's just they deserve, I said it last night, they deserve this. They deserve so much more. We deserve so, I don't know whether to say they or we, I don't know.
Yeah.
The fan base deserves so much more on a consistent basis. And I want it. It's not just about competing for a championship. It's how this city, look, we're biased. I'm just not sure there's another city that would be as bat blank crazy as this one if there was ever a title in the distance. Just the whole road. I mean, we saw it in the first round series with the Warriors a couple years. First round, we lost in 7 games at home, and it was still the loudest series of the postseason.
Yeah, and then even, you know, they were into some different chants. Like, obviously, early on, there was a nice and one for Sabonis.
Yeah.
Domantas. I'm like, wow, okay. And then later, I'm like, wait, what are they chanting? Jake
LaRavia.
Where did this come from?
Where did it come from?
Yeah.
It came from the heart, Jason, and the soul. And then at the end, it was interesting. At the end, like 2 minutes left, they were chanting Zach LaVine, Zach LaVine. It was so cool to watch, right? Yeah. Zach
so
LaVine.
fun reminder.
Very fun.
Sometimes it's we all want them to win every game. We
do.
Break down this decision. Why they call timeout there? Why did they sub this? Why did this player do that? Just felt like everybody last time was just into basketball, and the Kings rewarded them. They played really well.
There's a scene in Rocky IV, which is I think the most watchable Rocky. I play every once in a while, and it picks up with the first round and Ivan Drago. If you haven't seen the movie, this ain't for you. Ivan Drago, they're in Moscow. It's Christmas Day. Drago had, killed Rocky's friend Apollo in the ring. Spoiler alert. I know. And then they're fighting.
I was just going to.
You're just going to watch this. You've just gotten around to it.
Yeah.
So Rocky's getting destroyed in the first round. And even one of the announcers says, they better stop this thing before someone gets killed. And then Rocky cuts Drago. And it's one of my favorite, what you call a chill scene in a movie where the hair stands up on your end, on its end. They're fighting. He cut Drago.
That's a bad cut.
And now he's beating the hell out of Drago. So Rocky's corner man is Apollo Creed's old corner man, right? That's important. The round's about to end. I'm going to tie this into the Kings game. There's his kids at home. Beating the hell out of him.
A few extra shots.
Yeah. Well, it's mayhem.
It's a gutter war. No holds barred in Moscow.
Bill Conti theme.
Soundtrack. This is shaping up to be a personal war, and right now, it's anybody's boxing match.
Okay. Now listen to what the corner guy says. That's Paulie.
Better myself.
There we go. Saying Russian.
He's worried. You're cutting. You're hurting. You see? He's not a machine. He's a man.
And I love that scene. There are scenes like that throughout certain movies, these reveals. If you ever saw the movie Hook with Robin Williams, there's a point where somebody throws a fruit at Robin Williams, who can't figure out how to be Peter Pan, and he turns around and doesn't even think about it, and he slices the fruit in half, and it's spitting on the ground, and one of the kids just looks at him in amazement, and they realize for the very first time that he's becoming Peter Pan. I say that because just the way I think, these reveal moments, these eureka gotcha moments, whether you cut Drago and you realize he's a human being, whether Robin Williams as old Peter Panning became Peter Pan. I felt that way at the end of the first quarter last night. I really did. It was one of those, I hope that this is breaking through. I think, I don't want to be over dramatic here, so of course I will be. But all this talk about rebuilding, all this talk about this team being a good fantasy team and not a good real team, that's all true to me. But what we saw at the end of the first quarter last night, to me, is a glimpse of the right way, the way this team can be. You didn't have your best players on the floor. You did not have your best five on the floor. What you did have is you had a designated scorer. You surrounded him with scrappy defensive types, and then you had a couple secondary options. It was the closest I've seen in a while to some sort of continuity where the players all have defined and understood roles, and it's very much a controlled chaos. And I don't think Memphis had any idea what the hell hit them at the end of the first. And I think that was the ball game right there. Certainly there's 3 more quarters to go, but that was the end of the first quarter was the ball game. And I hope that the powers that be look at that and go, this is a glimpse of the future. If we are going to try to build around this core, God bless them. But you, in my opinion, you can't have DeRozan and LaVine on at the same time. You can't have Keon Ellis on the bench. You you need the Laravias and the Ellises and the go-to, the traditional build with the scrappers around him. And I don't think Memphis had an answer for that.
Yeah, if I remember right, it was DeRozan, like you said, and then Laravia, Ellis, Carter, and Lyles.
Yes, not by far not your best team on paper at all. Maybe your 8th, 10th best lineup on paper.
And I don't know. Maybe I don't know that 5 has been on the floor.
I don't remember
together.
Especially with the Carter playing in there, I think is what throws it out. Yeah.
And so I loved every minute of that too. And you could tell the vibe, the defense, the energy, the blocking of shots, the steals. The one thing the only bit of reservation I had, and this is it, because the effort, all of it was there, would be, was it because of Memphis' lack of point guard? No Ja Morant, which we know, but they also didn't have Pippen, which I think they didn't have their top 2 guys at that position. But they didn't have their top 2 guys at that position. The Kings took advantage of it.
Yes.
So would it be sustainable against another team that I don't know, but let's see. Let's see.
I think you're dead on. I think also my little scenario here doesn't work if these guys aren't making their shots.
Absolutely.
Like a lot of things have to happen.
Yeah, but they did.
And there are going to be times when you could put that exact lineup on the floor and it's like, dude, this ain't it.
Who's scoring? They can't stop anybody. Yeah.
But it's the philosophy of me. And Jason, as we go to break here, I think you also you will do a sandwich here because you started this and you just mentioned it again. And I think it's so important to also notice the crowd absolutely went insane.
Ate it up.
And it was just hustle. It was this is the easiest, this is the least picky crowd in the world. They just want to see you hustle and have effort and execution. And if you do that, they are in your pocket. They will stand up for you. And you saw that last night.
Absolutely.
They're not a machine. They're a man or woman. All right. Big show for you today. I know I say that every single day, but I got to tell you, today's show is absolutely massive because we got the Kings. We got the NCAA tournament sort of starting. We've got baseball. We've got a win, game balls, 3 for madness, 3s in the keys, streakings, rewinds, crosstalks. My goodness. Sit back, get a morning beverage, keep your PJs on, keep those moose slippers going. Dave, Jason, and Chris leading off is next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Spring is in the air, and there's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. Whether you're shopping for new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings. Plus, get top dollar for your trade. And while life's roads are often filled with bumps, buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there. Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, is coming back May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, Cole Wetzel, Nate Smith, and more. You'll enjoy food trucks, rock walls, and a mechanical bull, line dancing, and more. Single-day GA tickets start at $52 at CITPFest.com. Country in the Park, May 16th and 17th with Paul Mitchell, The School, Sacramento, and Stoney's Rockin' Rodeo. Find out more at CITPFest.com.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Let's do it. Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
Pumping their fists, enjoying the fact that a 4-game slide has now been broken. Final score, 132-122. Sacramento has won the last 4 against Memphis in this building. And this one was a sorely needed tonic for Doug Christie's ball club.
And I'm trying not to encourage her to just go to the cheapest college. Sorry, we're having an off-air conversation. The Kings win. Kings win. You know, I like winning. It's better than losing. It was a good game last night.
Yeah, really good. Loved almost every bit of it.
Do we know? This is a good question on the text line at 916-339-1140. Did Laravia get defensive player? I didn't look. Yeah. Yes, he did. Texture thought so. I went sleepy good night right after the game. It was fun. It was exciting. It was almost everything you'd want and more, with one exception.
Yeah, a big exception.
Yeah, a very big exception.
And when Sabonis got hurt the second time,
yeah,
so we can't forget the first time leaving the game for a while. You know, he's
looking like Ivan Drago, by the way.
But we always say athletes know when he was like the second and calling for.
That's what worries me.
I'm like, oh no,
that's what worries me.
And then even some of the stuff I saw later where he was walking to the back and then even went down again. Oh man. So I mean, I know we're going to talk about it later. You got to prepare for all the scenarios.
Yeah.
I mean. It just stunk. And then that moment too, it was, you know, from as engaged as the crowd was, you could just, and then when they showed it again on the big board.
Yeah.
It was just a collective.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh man.
Yeah.
And then the lead got to 4. You're like, oh, well, I'd understand it. Darn it. That's too bad. And then boom, they came right back and pushed that thing back up to 20 points or so.
He is so tough. And he proves it in fact, in 3 for Madness, we're going to talk about, is he the most beat up player in the league? What he goes through, you know, needing stitches and coming back, losing teeth, scratch marks all over his arms.
Has he played against a mountain lion or something? What is going on with his arms?
Can you imagine, like, when he gets home with his wife and he's just like getting ready to get into bed and she's just like, what? Were you in a street fight? What are you doing?
Right.
You're playing basketball with millionaires.
Yeah. Someone's got talons.
The ooh from the crowd. And like you said, the fact that, and he's not new to basketball. He knew that if he didn't shoot those free throws, he was done for the game. And there wasn't even a pause.
Nope.
He was gone.
Nope.
And I saw everyone's a tough guy. I saw somebody say, Hey, Kobe and Klay Thompson, they shot their free throws and they had torn Achilles and knees and stuff, you know. Yeah, but you don't know the pain threshold or the pain level. Now, there's a lot of things that you should never speculate on an injury. So I'm not going to speculate. I'm going to speculate twice. I'm just going to over speculate.
Yeah.
The pessimistic side, kind of like what you just outlined. Athletes know. He didn't just bend the ankle. He snapped every tendon in there and see you later next year. He knew it. He knew it when he walked off the floor. He couldn't put any weight on it. He had to wait for the trainer to come over, and then he went down again in the tunnel. We'll see Domantas Sabonis. Well, hopefully we'll see Domantas Sabonis next season. Thank you for your service. That's obviously by far the most pessimistic outlook. I would say the optimistic outlook is, don't equate, like, for example, I think some people, especially those who have not suffered the injury, a sprained ankle compared to tearing your knee, like people torn their knee and shot. Here's the thing. Anyone who's gone through these knows a sprained ankle can absolutely hurt more than blowing out your knee. I've blown out my knee 3 times. Not an NBA guy. Just happened to have done it. It feels more like in most cases, like an internal burning. It just depends on it. Well, let me put it another way so everybody we can all identify. One of the least injuries one can get is stubbing their toe or banging their funny bone. They almost always don't result in broken bones or even anything that matters longer than a couple of hours.
Yeah.
But it is some of the most excruciating pain at the time you can possibly have while conscious. It sucks. So the optimistic side is maybe he just kind of funny boned his ankle in a way, and it was excruciating and it scared him and he needed to get back there, and he's probably going to swell up a little bit, but also he's it's like he's made out of adamantium. He's like Wolverine. He seems to always come, like he came back from this hamstring thing. We were thinking Cleveland, but also said if anyone's going to beat it, it's him. So he comes back. That's the optimistic side. Knowing Domantas Sabonis, if it's anything but a tear, he'll take a couple of Advil and be back soon enough.
Yeah, I think, last night, one of the things that we were kind of trying to speculate, which is always dangerous to do in our post game, but Henry told me of a time, he goes, the time, he did his ankle as a player in the NBA 50 times probably. He said the one that scared him that he thought was the worst, it was really bad, but he goes, like, I thought, like, basically my foot fell off. And then he goes, oh, well, over time, and I think he ended up missing like 2 weeks.
Right.
So, but in the immediacy of it, he's like, this is the worst thing I've ever done.
Right.
And
Sprained
it wasn't.
Ankles suck.
It
dude.
just, you don't know, but
they suck.
I hope for the best, but I don't know.
Well,
it didn't look good.
On top of that, we need to monitor this, even though he came back. Just still worth monitoring Zach LaVine, who did also sprain his ankle left. Yeah, you imagine he's going to be fine. He came back, he played, but you don't know what an overnight's going to do. So, all right, cut number 2, please.
Cut number 2.
Kindness of Ohtani is endless.
That's a high curveball, and it got absolutely smoked. Ohtani has the first Dodgers hit of the year, and it comes in front of an adoring nation.
I know what you're looking at.
What the hell, man? I picked the whole Dodgers team practically.
It's apparently sore ribs for Fred Eye.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Domantas Sabonis played with his eye hanging out.
Yeah.
Baseball players are so soft. All right, well, I guess I'll continue. There's Ohtani. So, spoiler alert. Looks like old Chris Verlaud starts out his season properly. The Dodgers start out their season properly, despite the fact the Cubs took the lead, man. And I remember I watched this whole game live. Cubs took the lead in the second, and you're thinking, oh, well, is there something here? And then,
you're a baseball guy.
Huge baseball guy. No, didn't sleep at all last night. Stayed up for this one. Just had the popcorn out, woke the kid up, had a couple of 2-liters in front of us.
Kept him home from.
Yeah. We even got I ordered off Amazon these little batting helmets that we put some ice cream in. Yeah, had some sundaes.
Better helmet, nacho or ice cream?
I think ice cream.
I do too.
I think ice cream, and I'm a huge nacho.
I've had a nacho in a helmet.
I have. It's fine. Yeah. It's just there's something magical about the baseball helmet upside down Sunday.
I wear it first.
Did you see what the Giants are doing?
No.
I mean, the Giants are my favorite baseball team, and so it's especially cool that they did this. But remember yesterday we were going through new items, food items. Well, the San Francisco Giants this year will be unveiling the refillable popcorn bat.
That's you.
Popcorn. I'm telling you right now.
Twist the bat handle?
I think that's what it is. I think you twist the bat handle. Okay. And so for me, this isn't going to be a great look in front of 30,000 people, but I think my thing is I'll twist the bat handle off and then just straight bat to mouth.
Yeah.
And that's just going to create all kinds of gifts.
Is that a bit of a narrow mouth of the bat? Like the bottom part where the popcorn will come out?
Like where you're going to have trouble getting the popcorn out?
Yeah.
I think you might. You're just going to have to squeeze the middle and get the popcorn to come out. At some point, you're going to have to massage it.
Yeah.
It's refillable. What I have questions though, because whatever, the Dodgers won 4-1. This is more important. It says it's refillable. That's got to mean for the season. How are they going to know that you brought your bat back to the next game, right? I will make a trip out. My first trip to Pack Oracle Bell, whatever the hell park. Candlestick, I think. I don't think I've been to a game out there in 3-4 years. I will make one specifically for this bat. Whatever target demo they were looking for with the popcorn bat, they got one.
$10.
I don't know. What is it?
It's 22.
For
a 98-ounce souvenir bat with free refills, $22.59.
I didn't know it was 98 ounce.
Well, I don't even know what the hell that means. Like, what's 98 ounces? Is that a lot? Is it by weight? Is it by volume? It can't be by weight.
Be that much popcorn.
I agree with you. It's going to be one of them.
Refillable.
Refillable. But then maybe I get a bucket They just empty the bat into the bucket and then go back and just keep refilling it. We'll let you know the strategy. We'll take a break. When we come back, we've got audio highlights. That's right, not lowlights, highlights of the Sacramento Kings victory over the Memphis Grizzlies. We'll do all that next.
Live and local.
With everything 49ers.
Intercepted by Fred Warner. Dives for the end zone. Touchdown! San Francisco! Our ball George went up and caught the ball. Touchdown!
The 49ers play on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Big savings are back at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. New Hondas are piling up, and that means big savings for you.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop. Feel the thunder.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder.
Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder. Feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Day after day, you work hard, too hard. So when the moment comes, a rare and special moment, where you find yourself in the quiet luxury of your own living room, taking a nap, ah yes, that's a well-earned, well-deserved moment indeed. Right now, get your furnace tuned up with Bonnie for just $59. That's actually the deal of the year. Then who knows? Maybe take a good nap or two. Bonnie, plumbing, electrical, heating, and air. Bonnie.com.
Bonnie!
License 696-355.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Jackson Hewitt wants you to save money on tax prep. We're saving money by having our intern rap in this commercial.
Don't stress, Jackson Hewitt's got expert tax prep, 149 or less. Yo, some tax guys lie about price.
What?
They got hidden fees, that ain't nice.
Ain't nice.
Don't ignore MC Kevin's rhyme, cause this deal's for a limited time. 149
For tax prep that's $149 or less. Hurry into Jackson Hewitt today.
No cap.
Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was going to unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
Playing a song for my daughter like a week ago. She started, somebody at school's getting her into like, she's like, Daddy, do you like Megadeth? I was like, yeah.
About Five Finger Death
Punch. She already knew a little bit of it. She hasn't really gone the hard. She's really starting to like hard rock. I love it, like as a thing. And so we were. I was like, well, let me introduce you to a little band called Pantera. And I threw this on Cemetery.
These are called CDs.
Exactly. We had the American Energy's coming out today to install everything, and so we had to move a bunch of stuff in our garage. Yes, that's right. They are coming out today. Install everything. We had to move everything in a bunch of stuff in front of the furnace in our garage, and there was this big orange box, and heavy as hell. What the hell is in this? She goes, it's all your stupid DVDs you won't throw out. Does everybody 40 or over have a box like that? And why am I holding on to them?
Yeah, and I don't watch.
Well, how do you get rid of them?
I think just throw them in the trash, right? But doesn't that feel wasteful?
Yeah.
Well, like I don't think you can put them in the trash.
Really? Well, it's not like a radiator or something. It's
but like a bunch of DVDs.
I don't know. I mean, I've never heard anything about that.
Would you feel better about throwing them out, or if like would you just feel shame if someone like I don't know, do people buy them?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, even if you got like $5,
is there a place where you can just? What about like donate? Like does Goodwill take them? I mean, seriously, because like
some places probably still.
Yeah, and I don't know.
You would use them.
There's two reasons. Number one, no, I'm not throwing that out because I don't know if this is a guy thing, but like it's like my big blue plastic tub that I have in my garage of cords, plugs, cords, AC adapters, everything, because I might need one. It's the same thing with these DVDs. I didn't even know. It's probably been 5 years.
Tub and your backpack?
The whole thing. And I don't even think I have anything that could play a DVD. I have a PlayStation 5. I know it plays Blu-rays. I don't know if it plays DVDs. Maybe it does. I don't know what the hell I do with them, but also there's a little tiny part of my head that goes, you know what, dude, throw these away because we're about 5 years away from classic DVDs being like the video games where, oh, I've got an original Happy Gilmore and it sold at auction for $500. And half the DVDs I have in that box are like old fight DVDs from when I covered the sport, and like King of the Cage would send me their complete collection. So I've got these DVDs of like an Anderson Silva at 21 years old fighting at a casino in a parking lot and crap. I don't know. There's got to be people that would want those and appreciate them. I'm never going to watch them ever, but they take up this. I still have, she's moving all this stuff. There's another box she opened. It's an old Xbox 360 and a complete Guitar Hero set with the drums and guitar. Right, exactly, Chris. Now, all I'm thinking is, well, would that work in the studio?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the hell happened to Guitar Hero. Why did that go away? That's so fun. Why is that?
That was really popular.
It was super popular. It was super fun, especially when
Beatles killed it.
What killed it?
Beatles killed it.
The Beatles, when they came out with the Beatles version, you mean? Why did it kill it?
I don't know. I don't remember any after it.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know, man. I feel like that's something that should. So fun to sit there and you're listening to the music, but you're playing along, and it's why did that all of a sudden? I was at Palm Street Pub and Grill when that first came out, and somebody brought in their Guitar Hero and hooked it up to one of the TVs at the bar. You had like 50 people around him waiting to play. Where the hell did that go?
Didn't we have a Guitar Hero?
Did we have a Guitar Hero
contest?
I think we did.
Players?
Well, we did at Players. You're absolutely right. On the night show, we did. That's right. We did. And we were trying to get it so that the winner would be able to play at Arco Arena. That never materialized.
Yeah.
Maloof's kind of turned that one down. But maybe I'll bring that in. I don't know where we put it. You ever play Guitar Hero, Jace?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, see? All right, let's get to the game.
Man, that is old. Guitar Hero on Atari, Jason?
You haven't lived unless you've done that.
Here's
the Frogger.
Hey, Frogger.
Pitfall.
Jungle Hunt. Yeah. Great games. Defender?
Sure.
That's fine. DeMar DeRozan buries a 3-ball to start off the Kings' first quarter.
Here's Debo straight away. Right wing feed goes to Ellis. Back to DeRozan. He'll try for 3. Good look. Cracks the twine. Biggest lead that either team has enjoyed. The Kings are on top by 5 at 27-22. Sacramento's made 3 of 7 from downtown.
That was a long 2.
That was it. Hey, shout out to DeMar DeRozan. It was late in the game. They went and replayed the 3. His toe was not on the line.
Wow.
Attaboy.
See what happens? Then they win.
That's beautiful. End of the first, you had the Jake LaRavia steal and dunk. And then Keon Ellis off of another steal.
Pull up 3, missed by Spencer. Grabbed by DeRozan. Kings head up the court 5-on-4. Step in 3 from the left wing. Count the triple. It's knocked down by Keon Ellis. And the Kings have separation in the final minute of the first quarter, leading 35-26. Jackson knocked away by Trey Lyles. Grabbed by Carter. Ahead to LaRavia. To the rack. He scores. What an outburst by the Kings. 10 unanswered points over the last 30-plus seconds. We still have 35 seconds to go. In this opening quarter, the Kings now lead at 37-26, and the Grizz have called timeout. What an explosive few moments by the Sacramento Kings.
Wasn't there like
electric
5 steals in a minute or something?
Yeah,
craziness?
incredible.
Just flying all over the place to end that first quarter. I think they were up, I don't know, like 9 or something. And then, even though I have I'm sure the numbers are somewhere, we go to the second quarter, and Jake, I love that Doug, it was that first quarter and closing the first quarter lineup, and I was worried, like, okay, well, that's neat. Now he's going to put everybody else in, but he did make one move, but it was I think he put in Levine for DeRozan and kept everything else the same. So okay, let's see how it goes with our other scorer on the floor, and Jake LaRavia stayed on the floor. Thank goodness gracious.
Steal, LaRavia took it away from Desmond Bain. Sabonis has it, gallops to the top of the foul circle, feeds a high-risk pass inside. Great assist pass from Sabonis to Malik Monk for the crossover reverse. Monk has 13. Kings have the lead back to 11, and a timeout taken by the Grizzlies. 5:01 to play in this first half.
They're sensing a theme, right? The Kings, they're breaking the law with all these steals, and it's leading to offense, which is leading to the crowd going absolutely insane. How about they keep that going with a little Keegan and Harm?
It's another King steal. Keegan Murray has it. Kings with numbers to DeRozan. Back to Keegan. Layup. Draws the foul and scores. A 3-point opportunity for Keegan Murray. Kings now leading by 14.
So things are rolling. Desmond Bain was everything for Memphis last night. 44 points. Just was absolutely unstoppable. He actually kept them in the game single-handedly. Memphis goes on a 7-0 run at some point, tightens it up. And then that's where, in every movie, it starts out great. You get to know the characters. Everything's flying along great. And then whatever the antagonist is, that hits, and you have the low point. But you got to have the low point so you can overcome later. This was the low point. Domantas Sabonis and his
Levine, who had a buzzer-beating 3. Ooh, inside to Sabonis, and Sabonis goes down, and he's hurt. Oh, my gosh. He got fouled, and he's writhing in pain, and it's his lower right leg around the ankle. Sabonis is helped to his feet, immediately limping toward the bench and the locker room. And he's kind of hobbling his way. Now he has to have some support. Oh, my gosh. Well, he went out in the first 3 minutes of the first half tonight with a cut over his left eye, had to get stitched up, and then came back out.
You hear that crowd at the end there, especially.
I was wondering if it was going to be drawn out long enough to hear the replay or to hear the reaction. But they knew. They knew.
And they picked that up on TV, too, where you just heard this, oh, God. Got a little bit worse before it got better. Desmond Bain hitting a 3, and we had ourselves a ball game.
Here's a pass deflected by Monk, but saved by Bain. He scores the 3 on the left wing. He now has 13 in the quarter, 27 in the game. And Memphis is pulled to within 4 at 75-71.
It's the beauty of Gary Gerald right there. It's just that I know this is a small thing, but it just, to me, it's just so damned impressive. If you looked at the text of his call right there, it's an incredibly normal call. He's just reading off what happened or saying what happened. But you can hear the way he expresses the anxiety and the worry and concern about what's going on.
Yeah.
It's just something
It's the picture.
It's painting the picture. It's such a talent. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll finish off this audio recap, and then let's get into the tourney a little bit as it kind of begins later today. We'll take a break. We're right back after this.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group. And I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney. And the truth is, I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney or if I look like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. At Wesley, we've helped over 40,000 families cancel their timeshare without me being an attorney. And I want to share with you how we do it. Just give my office a call and you will not talk to an attorney. And I guarantee if we take you as a client, we'll get you out of your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-931-6677. That's 800-931-6677. 800-931-6677.
Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
When you partner with CDW, your people get more out of technology. CDW data experts are simplifying complex workloads with high-speed AMD processors, which helps your project managers efficiently manage heavier workflows. Game designers level up creativity, and scientists develop their next breakthrough. Amazing, right? Make amazing happen. AMD and CDW. Learn more at cdw.com/AMD.
We could all use more time. Amazon Business offers smart business buying solutions so you can spend more time growing your business and less time doing the admin. I can see why they call it smart. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet, Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, it's Ram Truck Month. The sales event's going on right now, and I know that means heavy discounts.
It's not just a discount. It's big discounts on hard-to-find Ram heavy duties. Right now, save up to $16,000 off MSRP on remaining new 2024 Ram 2500 and 3500 heavy duties. When you need a hard-to-find truck, Hoblet has it, with over 500 new Rams available.
Just one of the many reasons Hoblet always ranks as one of the biggest and best Ram dealers in all of America.
And we are proud of that. But we don't just sell Rams. You have to check out the Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Supercenter with 200 vehicles available and 30 under $20,000.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
16,000 total net savings after 7129 factory rebates and 8871 dealer discounts. Rebates include 500 first responder bonus cash for eligible first responders and 6629 West BC standalone 10% below MSRP. 5 vehicles at this net savings. Sample VIN 316786. Not everyone will qualify for all rebates. See dealer for details.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
You know, that's something I'm gonna try to do today.
What's that?
I like to ask questions and get answers.
Yeah.
How does Venmo make money?
Do they?
They have to, right? It's a whole company.
Well, if you get your money back early, they charge a fee on that.
What do you mean you get your money back?
Oh, yeah.
So, if you want the money instantly.
Yeah. There's like a 3 to 5, like, so let's say you got $50 in there. You're like, I paid you $50, but you want it, like Chris is saying, instant. You could get it. What is it? I don't know what the extra charge
Okay.
is.
Like 3% or something like that.
Okay.
But if you wait like the 3 to 5 days, you'll just get the $50.
I don't know. I just leave. If somebody Venmos me something, I just leave it in there generally because I know I'm going to have to Venmo somebody else.
And then that's not something that they're giving out, and that's something that can collect interest.
So is that what they do? They hold, it's like a bank. They just hold all the money and then put it in a T-bill or something. I don't know. Okay. All right. That makes sense.
It's a V-bill.
So I'm like, thank you. There's no fee.
Yeah. No ads to my
knowledge. No ads. Oh, good for you, Venmo. Hey, shout out Venmo.
Yeah.
Continuing.
Yeah, because at this point, the Kings are only at 4. I'm nervous.
Very, very nervous. Keon Ellis hits a 3. Desmond Bain answered that. Kind of go back and forth. And then, hey, how about Devin Carter making a difference?
3 dribbles, eyes the rim. This one bounces twice. It's no good. The rebound is grabbed by the Grizzlies. Carter steals it, wraps it around the Valanciunas. The flip for the score. 7 seconds left. Carter atoning for the miss. Long lead pass. Edey, pull up in the paint, no good. Grabbed by Keegan Murray. Midcourt runner to beat the buzzer. Oh, front rim short on about a 48-foot attempt by Keegan.
Dude, I thought that was in.
That's one of those from our angle to
that was right there.
Yeah.
Inch to the right.
Yeah.
Anyways, we keep going. Defense. How about a nice big fat lead thanks to Jake LaRavia?
Jalen Wills gives to Valanciunas, back to Malik. Hesitates for the dribble, shot clock at 6. Crosses to his right. Reaches, swatted away by Edey, grabbed by LaRavia. Hits a buzzer-beating three-point attempt to avoid a shot clock violation. What a great reaction and delivery from Jake LaRavia. Kings lead 108-80.
Kings would go on to win. Spoiler alert, if you had a DVR, we apologize. Kings win 132-122. The Grizzlies and Kings had 28 apiece in the second. It was 33-32 Kings in the third. The Kings were outscored 36-34 in the fourth. So as a matter of fact, the second, third, and fourth quarter cumulatively, the Kings were outscored by a point. It's the whole first quarter.
Yep.
That we talked about earlier.
That one group.
That one group at the end of the quarter.
Change the game.
That's your ball game.
Yeah.
That is your ball game right there.
And look, the 4-game losing streak, I think, well, in the last 3, or 3 of the 4. No, it was the last 3 because it was the Warriors, the Knicks, and then the Suns. They were down like 13, 15, 14, I think, in the 3 games. And
we talked about it yesterday. It was
slow starts were awful.
It was 14, 14, 15.
Yeah.
15 Knicks and then 14 the last 2.
And you're just working from behind the whole time. Hello.
Yeah.
And just, my goodness, they were – last night was completely different in that sense. And then the other thing, it's just, I wish sometimes you could like, for me, I did enjoy the game, enjoyed every part of it, loved that they won. When it ended, I go, gosh, this is exactly why you wanted to be in the 7-8, because you could maybe play a team like Memphis or Houston, who you've played very, very well. I don't know or think that they could get there, but you just keep going. You don't worry about that now. And yeah, it'd be nice to play Memphis if they could have.
Houston, Denver, Memphis, Clippers, Minnesota. There's so many teams the Kings match up well with. Just
there's one that they don't, huh?
There's one they really don't match up well with.
Yeah.
By the way, it should be noted that the Memphis Grizzlies are phenomenal when it comes to they're decent when it comes to their defense. Kings put 132 on them and held them to their season average. Well, actually, I said,
they're number 2 offense in the league.
Yeah, 122. Held them to 120. They averaged 122.7. We held them to 122.
Below the number.
All right, the tournament sort of starts today. You've got your play-ins, if you will.
Yeah.
St. Francis, Pennsylvania, taking on Alabama State. And how about North Carolina? North Carolina in a play-in. A lot of controversy here, by the way.
Yeah, some people don't believe they should be there.
The West Virginia governor at a press conference. And I guess the attorney head is also a North Carolina employee, and there's the riffle raff going on in there, whatever that means.
Riffle raff, but they play San Diego State. Some people think they could do some damage if they win tonight, but who knows?
I think that is going to be an incredibly hot pick. That whoever comes out of this 11-11, especially if it's Carolina.
Well, wasn't it? Yeah, yesterday when you were reading some of those picks to clicks, those stats that happened, the 11 seeds basically have done some damage. I remember a few years ago, UCLA was 11 seed. They're playing Michigan State. I'm like, this is the play-in, and UCLA barely won that game, and then they went on a tournament run.
I'm going to predict, because this is in the South region, I'm going to predict that if it's in fact, I mean, even if it's San Diego State, but especially if it's North Carolina, then they would play number 6 Ole Miss. I'm going to predict that is going to be somewhere close, within 4 points of 50-50 on the picks. A lot of people are going to take Carolina over Ole Miss.
Yeah.
So North Carolina 22-13 on the year. San Diego State 21-9. Hey, St. Francis 16-17, but they're in.
Yeah.
Is what it is. So those started 3:40 this afternoon, 3:40 and 6:10. I can never tell if that's
what
Eastern.
Dayton, Ohio. Do they still play those there?
I believe they are in Dayton, Ohio.
I've always thought if you the worst part about being a 16 seed is you're just going into a death march most likely.
Yeah.
But wouldn't you like to be in this because you could win a tournament game?
That's 100% right.
And then go play a 1 seed.
And go play the 1 seed
by 25. But
let's see, that's also the South region. So the winner there will let's see, who does the 16 play? Well, they play the 1 seed, right? Well, hold on a second. Oh, here we go. It's they'll play Auburn.
Woof. Enjoy the tourney win.
Charles Barkley's Auburn Tigers.
Yeah. How about that?
You got your picks in?
I've not done mine yet. No, it's probably tonight. That's a tonight task. Or it's a tonight task, and then tomorrow at 8:00, Bobby Brackets will be on the show.
Double B.
Maybe he'll influence me. You never know.
He is 100% going to influence me.
And it'll be something where I'll probably have it all the way through, but he'll say, watch out for VCU, blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
oh. You know where he always gets me, dude, is when he always gets me where he's like, a lot of people are picking this team to upset, but here's the facts on that. And they're 0-97 against teams that start with A. And I'm like, oh, God.
Scratch.
I
the new one in.
I picked that.
Yours is done, isn't it?
Mine.
Now you can change it.
I can change it. I can change it.
Chris, have you done yours?
Not yet.
There's time.
I am worried.
Is tonight a factor? If Carolina or San Diego State win, is that going to change your thought against Ole Miss?
I mean,
and tomorrow's another 11-11 matchup.
I'm just the problem is there's nothing worse than second guessing yourself, and then it turns out you were right originally. I hate doing that, but I've weirdly I've picked a number of Jason. I already have the play-in beating Ole Miss.
Oh,
yeah, I already.
So you get either team.
You get either team, and I already have them. But I really have. What worry my look? I'll just in my main bracket because everybody wants to know this. Spoiler alert: I have all 4 number 1 seeds in my main bracket.
So it happened in 2008.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. But I'm just playing. I have Auburn versus Duke, and I have Duke winning the whole thing. That's my main bracket. Now, if that were to happen, everybody's going to have that. I guarantee Duke, I would imagine, is going to be the large favorite in the bracket.
What is it? Duke, Auburn, Houston, Florida? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Duke will get the most picks.
But I got Grand Canyon making the Sweet 16.
Wow.
Yeah, I haven't beaten. I actually have Colorado State and Grand Canyon beating Memphis and Maryland.
Okay.
But I didn't see. Then I'm going to look at it tonight and be like, come on.
Yeah. But they happen. Those upsets do happen.
They do. You just got to pick the right one.
The right one, yeah.
We'll take a break. Jason's going to give you a word from overhead when we come back. Let's look at the end of the first quarter. Let's look at that run and what that could tell you about the Sacramento Kings' future play, if anything. We'll do that next.
Domantas Sabonis plays here.
He finds Sabonis. Put the frosting on the cake. Put the cherry on the sundae. Sabonis with a 2-hand flush. Makes it 114-106.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Hey, March is known for many things, but what it should be known is for the deal that's going on right now at the Overhead Door Company of Sacramento. Take advantage of this in March. $150 off a new garage door with the purchase of a new garage door opener. We have brand new doors from the Overhead Door Company of Sacramento. Look, we have an old home. We've been in this home for a long, long time. Love everything about it. Then you get to the garage. You're like, it's fine. And if fine worked, that's okay. Fine. It was just fine. We had doors that I literally had to unlock with a lock because we had a lock on it because you could just lift open the door. So that's how I'd have to do to go into the garage. A pretty old school way to do things. Yes, I know there's an ability to have a remote and push a button and roll open your garage. Well, we didn't have that. Well, now we do, thanks to the great people of the Overhead Door Company of Sacramento. Also, the look is phenomenal. We got windows at the top. They roll up, like I said, very quietly and sleek and smooth. And it just looks better. Everything about it, the functionality of our garage, the look, the curb appeal, just the overall improvement that we made to our home just on that move. And you could do the same. And maybe you just need to fix your current garage door situation. They can do repairs. They can give you brand new doors, commercial, residential, whatever the situation may be. The Overhead Door Company of Sacramento has helped many, many people in our region in 9 counties outside of Sacramento for the last 70 plus years. This is an amazing company doing great work. You can check out their website at overheaddoorofsacramento.com, or you can also give them a call at 916-421-3747. Again, ask about that March special. Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, the genuine, the original overhead door. Always look for the red ribbon logo.
Attention diabetics and weight loss patients. Are you or a loved one suffering complications after taking Ozempic, Wegovy, Rybelsus, Mounjaro, or Zepbound? These medications may be linked to serious gastrointestinal illnesses and other severe side effects leading to hospitalization or permanent injuries. If you've been hospitalized after taking these medications, you're not alone. We understand your pain and frustration and will stop at nothing to help you get the compensation you deserve for your suffering. If you've been diagnosed with gastroparesis, chronic vomiting, deep vein thrombosis, DVT, or experienced intestinal blockage requiring surgery, you may be entitled to significant compensation. Call the Tort Defenders Helpline and find out immediately if you qualify. Get the justice you deserve. Call 888-900-LAW-1 today for a free consultation. That's 888-900-LAW1. Remember, time is limited to file, so don't wait. Call 888-900-LAW-1 today. Paid for by Tort Defenders. Tort Defenders is not a law firm and does not provide legal services.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center for your Tuesday. It's looking like a quieter day. It's going to be quite cool for the morning with some areas of patchy fog. For the afternoon, expect mostly sunny skies. Dry day today with highs in the lower 60s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Right now, get a brand new furnace system for as little as $27 per week. Incredible. Some restrictions apply, but it's just one more of those Bonnie, oh, it's so good to be home moments. Bonnie. Plumbing, electrical, heating, and air, Bonnie.com. License 696-355.
Danzig Live. With special guests Down, Aboth, and Cro-Mags. Saturday, March 22nd, 6 p.m. The venue at Thunder Valley. On sale now. For tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com. Don't miss Danzig.
T-Mobile home internet is all about speed, value.
What you doing, Zach?
There are so many benefits. You got to talk fast.
T-Mobile home internet ranks #1 in customer satisfaction for home wireless internet by J.D. Power.
Wow, you are good.
Try singing it. T-Mobile has price lock.
They won't raise your rate on internet.
Hulu and Paramount Plus on them.
Get T-Mobile home internet all in for just $55 a month with auto pay and any postpaid voice line.
Additional terms apply. For J.D. Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter? Right? And the best part? They accept Discover. Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer. Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times. Right. So we shouldn't get the parachute pants? These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for my good friends at American Energy. It's cold,
And American Energy wants you to stay warm and make sure your system's operating safely. Here's the deal. A $49 tune-up inspection, which is regularly $119. That's a full safety and duct inspection. But guess what? If your system's over 10 years old, the tune-up is on them. That's right. It's free. Give them a call right now. $50 off your first recommended repair. And if you need a new furnace, half off the price of a new unit. Oh, by the way, breaking news, they're hiring right now. Here's the deal. They'll train you, full benefits, generous incentive-based pay. Just call today for more details at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. Not only great deals from American Energy, but possibly a new career for you. Check them out at theaeway.com for an instant quote and tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, is coming back May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, Cole Wetzel, Nate Smith, and more. You'll enjoy food trucks, rock walls, and a mechanical bull, line dancing, and more. Single-day GA tickets start at $52 at CITPFest.com. Country in the Park, May 16th and 17th with Paul Mitchell, The School, Sacramento, and Stoney's Rockin' Rodeo. Find out more at CITPFest.com.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your home for Kings basketball for over 25 seasons.
Hammer time thrown down by the league.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports, 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then
boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
All right, so a lot of stuff just happened during the break.
Too much good stuff.
It all started on the television when we saw a TV show celebrating, and I'm sick about this, celebrating the fact that today is National Sloppy Joe Day.
Well, now I know what you're having for dinner. You have to.
100%.
And the whole family has to be in on it. I know it's you and your son, but
yeah, the whole family can eat.
It's
one.
Today.
Literally,
it's today.
It's today. And you know what? Melissa's the only one. Melissa hates them, and then
them.
She does not like them. Melissa, like when I'm gone, her go-to is she makes eggs, cheese, and rice for everybody, and I'm like, and then her is Sloppy Joe's. Avery is, I know she's indifferent, but because her mother doesn't like them, she feels like she has, I mean, I'll eat them, but she doesn't like American cheese. It has to be actual cheese. And I'm just like, who are you and how are you related to me? Get off me. Same thing on her burger. She won't have American cheese.
I'm trying to think. Do you have to have cheese?
Oh, no. It's just my style is the way I do it. A little bit of mayo on both insides, right? Both buns. And then I put a slice of it. I eat it what I like to call the fat version. I put American cheese on the bottom bun, and then I put the Sloppy Joe on top, and it melts it, and then you put it on top. And the mayo helps keep the Joe together.
The Joe.
Gross.
No.
Are you just doing, is it ground beef and manwich?
Oh, it's ground beef and manwich. I keep it simple.
Super easy.
Kiss method, dude. Keep it simple.
Kind of bread.
Hamburger bun. But
brioche.
Absolutely. You could do a brioche bun. If we have leftover Kaiser rolls, that's probably my favorite because it gives you a bigger Joe. I've done in desperate times, it actually worked out really well. I cut a slit in a pita bread and opened up the pocket, and I had pita pocket Sloppy Joes. It worked.
Okay.
Bagels don't. Just FYI.
Through the middle.
100%.
Yeah.
So during the break, I go, because I rely on Pat, Tom, and Cody they're the wacky morning show, and they know all this stuff.
They're wacky. They're Hall of Famers.
They're Hall of Famers.
Well,
and I go in there, and then
one is.
Yeah, one just got booted.
Yeah.
So we go in there and we're talking about it. And I'm talking about it. And all of a sudden, Tom just turns to me, Tom Maley, who I used to love so much, and he turns to me, Tom O'Malley, as Katie Christensen says, and he goes, are Sloppy Joes just disorganized meatloaf? And honestly, I can't repeat on the air what I said to him, and I've never seen this before.
You said no.
I said no emphatically, and I might have asked him to go have relations with a family member at some point. I had to hold you physically back from.
Yeah,
I've never seen you that angry before.
Yeah,
I
kicked my shoes off. I was ready to go.
You're ready to go.
Scrap.
That was the most right that Tom has ever been in his life.
And of course,
now we know.
And that's what I said to him. I said, "You see what happened here? You got if Verlad's agreeing with you, you've already lost the battle right there." I hope he's ashamed of himself.
He should be.
So just so you guys,
the Hall of Fame did call. It's been rescinded.
It has been. It's been rescinded.
It's been revoked.
I want you guys to know that I wanted to do something nice for us. So I went on DoorDash, and there's a Smart and Final nearby. So I put in my little basket that I have right here. What are you shaking your head for?
I do not want any part of this.
Why?
I don't want a Sloppy Joe.
Why? It's free food in the morning. What, you don't like them that much?
No.
How do you not like? Okay, I'm going to give you a chance here. What do you not like about a Sloppy Joe?
They're just gross and everywhere. It's just like, here's slop. Now eat it.
Yes, because your chosen favorite cuisine is known for being super nice and clean and never gets anywhere. I've never had anything squirt all over me before whenever I've eaten at the local time. You are so proud of your Mexican heritage and cuisine, and you should be. But it's not like it's known for being nice and dainty.
Okay, so if you had a choice between a taco and a Sloppy Joe.
It's not National Taco Day, Chris.
Every day is National Taco Day if you do it right.
If it was National Taco Day, we'd be talking about tacos.
It is Tuesday. I just wanted to say.
Also,
hey, is a Sloppy Joe a taco?
I was just going to say, I think a Sloppy
Fold the bread.
You could probably make a Sloppy Joe taco. Yeah. That wouldn't be that bad.
A
Sloppy Joe burrito? Ooh. Okay. So I ordered a pound of ground beef.
Wait, how are you doing this?
DoorDash.
No, but then what?
Well, we got a hot plate. What?
That work?
Yeah, it works. I
don't think Jason's on board now.
Oh, what?
I'm going to wait for the results.
So a pound of ground beef, some Sloppy Joe sauce. I had to order a pan, so I got a little fry pan. What? What am I going to cook it in? What am I going to cook? What am I going to just put it directly on the hot plate? That'd get messy. Some hamburger buns. I had to get a wooden spoon to move the meat around. A thing of American cheese, a squirty thing of Best Foods mayonnaise, and I think of everything. You got to get a can opener because the Manwich doesn't have the pop top, right? So, anyways, my heart was in the right place, and then I went. The total for the whole thing, including tip, is $73. It's not that important to me. Now,
like, as you're listing things off, I'm like, crap, I'm gonna have to at least try this because he's going to this one.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not dropping $100 for Sloppy Joes, but I'm super tempted to, and it would be here by 8:24. Wouldn't breakfast Sloppy Joes be amazing?
Yes.
Oh my God! Right?
Put a little egg on it. No.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably would be good.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had known in advance, I always have extra Manwich. I always have I get the 6-pack at the store. I always have extra Manwich. I've got ground beef right now. I don't have buns. I could have brought in a pan, a can opener. I could have brought the whole thing. I could have knocked this whole thing out for $10.
You know.
What?
Since you're so interested in this, I've got a suggestion.
What?
We know that someone's coming in later. Maybe they can go to the store and pick up your items for you so you're not paying for the DoorDash.
Who's coming in later? Oh, Alan? Alan?
Or Kyle.
Or Kyle.
Kyle's riding his bike in. Imagine carrying all the supplies.
I don't know why that made me laugh. I was riding his bike in with the little plastic bags hanging up there.
He's got a basket.
It's a little too heavy on one side.
No, if anything, I would just switch the show from the microphone to my phone and just go grab it all. Just do a live show while I'm getting everything. And that's just not, I think, can you have Sloppy Joe's? Can you celebrate National Sloppy Joe Day the day after Sloppy Joe Day?
Why not?
That's what I'm saying. Chris, so you're saying if I bring one in and I make Sloppy Joe's, you will not partake?
I would.
You would?
If you're going to the effort.
Okay, all right.
If I had to make a decision on what to eat tonight, Sloppy Joe would be like 3,027.
So you're not coming over?
No,
Okay,
I'm not.
all right.
What would be worse than Sloppy Joe for you?
Yeah, Chris, what would be worse than sloppy? Like, legitimately, don't be like fish balls. Like, what would be the worst?
Fish balls I would take over Sloppy Joe's.
Wow.
Really? Give me something where, like, Jason's house is having Sloppy Joe's and my house
is just I had a bad experience was I can't do scalloped potatoes. So when I was a kid,
now we need to make Sloppy Joe's and scalloped potatoes.
When I was a kid, we had them for dinner one night, and I want to say like the next day we like went on vacation. We went somewhere for the weekend or something like that. Came back. For some reason, never used the microwave for like a couple days.
Right.
And like I'm just home alone, and I go make something, and I open the microwave, and it smells really bad. I'm like, oh, and there's a bowl in there, and I open it up, and it'd been like the scalloped potatoes that had been there for.
Oh no, yeah, because there's a lot of
like,
there's dairy, maybe an egg in there.
Oh, it was awful. It was the worst thing ever. So now even when I see scalloped potatoes, I can't handle it.
I love we need to get off of this. I love the chat line, which is, by the way, losing. They may have already lost the day. It's like around the horn, like minus 50 points for this. Dwayne pops in with Sloppy Joe's or lazy cooking. And Russell says Sloppy Joe's are children's food. No argument.
Are they good?
That's all that matters. You know what's lazy? Cereal. Still enjoy it.
Still powerful.
Still fun.
Still works.
You know what's lazy? Ice cream.
Yeah.
You just scoop it out. Maybe some syrup. Maybe some whipped cream if you're foofy. Sloppy Joe's. It's easy, and it's children's food. Oh, I'm hungry. No one's home. Let me whip this together. It's a one-dish meal. I'll tell you something else. You know what? I'll die on this hill all day long. Look, I make food. I like to cook. I'll get intricate with stuff. Every once in a while, give me some Hamburger Helper.
Yeah.
I like Hamburger Helper.
It works.
I'm not going to apologize for it. The Hamburger Helper is great. You're busy. I don't feel like doing whatever. Here's some Hamburger Helper. 20 minutes. The stroganoff, good. Cheeseburger mac, great.
Classic right there.
The enchilada, phenomenal when you can find it.
Yeah.
It's good. That's not something I'd serve to my daughter brings home her fiance someday or some important family. I know that. Why did I pick that?
Whoa,
Right? I don't
that had
know.
to be weird for you to say.
I was trying to. It was. I was trying to think of something like an important family dinner. I don't know. I'm not going to serve it the night before Thanksgiving. Yes, it's lazy cooking.
Maybe that's your test. You serve Sloppy Joe's, and if
nobody in my family will hate Sloppy Joe's.
Yeah.
You know who loves Sloppy Joe's? Mason. Because he's simple and he's not complicated. Yeah, I have a feeling Mason will make his own.
Financially sound.
Financially sound. I'll bet you Mason, when he grows up, will have a freezer and you open it and it's just like 31-pound ground beef chubs all in a row. And he's
ready.
He has it at least 4 nights a week. Okay, I kind of blew through that break. We'll take a quick break. We'll get back on track. I didn't know it was Sloppy Joe Day.
Thanks, Tom Maley.
Thanks, Tom. 3 for Madness. What was your key to last night? Domantas Sabonis and much more. It's Dave, Jason, and Chris on a National Sloppy Joe Day. We're right back.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
When an overwhelmed injury victim calls Ashton or Price, We immediately removed their legal burden and introduced them to the very best medical care in the region. They focus on their health, and we handle all the rest. When they reach the end of their medical journey and are reunited with happiness and hope, we unleash our decades of legal experience to obtain maximum compensation. We are real, local, experienced litigators and snappy dressers too. Consultation's free, and there's never a fee until we win.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Whitey here reminding you that not all grills are created equal. When buying a new grill, every detail matters. For March, grab a $149 gift with purchase of every new Napoleon Prestige stainless steel grill, including a pizza lover starter kit and much more. More March savings include up to $79 off Rogue models. Napoleon grills are built different, built better, built to last, with a lifetime warranty and premium stainless steel that boasts quality. See how Napoleon will help you achieve the perfect grilling experience. Visit Green Acres Nursery today with your best selection of Napoleon grills and accessories.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
Well, I don't know if you have the ability to ban chatters still, Chris, but I don't know how to pronounce it. He's been on the show a lot. Amid Rock, AMIDROC.
Yeah.
Tuna melt greater than signed Sloppy Joe.
I'd agree with that.
I think yeah, I mean, it's your call. I think that's a bannable offense.
Not a fan of tuna melt, are you? Or is it just not as good?
I could say I'm not a fan of tuna melts, but here's what I'll actually say so that you understand, how I feel. A tuna melt is foul. Foul to me. It is foul. It is absolutely foul. If you gave me a choice between eating a tuna melt and having a spoonful of Miracle Whip straight, I'd have to think about it for a while, because at least the Miracle Whip, though the devil's sauce, that would be quick. Now you're a tuna guy. Mm-hmm. I know that. You're a can. I'm not. I think, and I'm sorry, but somewhere along the line, I got in my head that tuna in a can is in fact cat food, and I can't shake that.
And does it? I tell you, I don't have it in a can. I have it in a pouch. Does that help?
I know it's cat food, and I love tuna, like sushi tuna, but tuna salad, nope. Tuna melt.
I'm attempting to dazzle Dave.
Tuna melt stinks. It stinks. It smells bad, and then you're eating the stink of a tuna melt. He just said patty melt. I don't understood that.
It's a hamburger.
What? Well, I'm just saying, tuna melt.
It's a cheeseburger.
Who the hell thinks a tuna melt? Well, this guy, Chris.
I just said I did.
This one.
That sounds good today. I might go home and make one.
If you went to the trouble, just so you know, if you went to the trouble of making a tuna melt here, I apologize in advance. I would not, I would literally gag eating a tuna melt.
I think you're the only one that goes to the effort of cooking at this radio station.
That's a good point. 3 from Matt is question 1. Please.
What was your key to the game last night?
End of the first quarter. That was the whole ball game. And that lineup of, I think it was Devin Carter. It was Devin Carter, Keon Ellis, DeMar DeRozan, Laravia, and Trey Lyles. Yeah, that it's what we've been talking about for so long. The difference between the starting lineup of this team and the starting lineup of Oklahoma City on paper is not that much. It's not. Other than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, it's not. It really isn't. And no, I'm not trying to say that I'm saying when you look at it on paper, if this is a fantasy basketball league, it's not that far off. But they have defined roles. They know what they're doing. Everything is defined. That was about the most defined lineup I've seen in a long time, and they absolutely responded. It was heart, it was hustle, it was swarming defense, it was a designated go-to scorer with some alternate guys that you could go to feed, and they were able to pull DeRozan out, insert Zach LaVine, and it worked just about as well as start of the second quarter. That was the whole ball game, and I really hope that the powers that be look at that game film and go, okay, we have something with that. This should tell us about our philosophy going forward.
Yeah, I think that's it too. I'll pick just something else just to have another little tip of the cap to the Kings. I thought every time the Grizzlies got closer, they hit a critical 3.
That's right.
Every time.
You're
20 of
right.
41 to hit 20. That percentage, that efficiency, that many, and I think it was 6 or 7 players hit threes. Timely all night long. And but I think the main one is what you said, but I'll add that one as well.
Great night. Yeah, isn't it funny during wins? There's all kinds of keys.
Yeah.
All kinds of great keys to the game. Number 2, please.
Question 2.
Are the Kings prepared for life without Domantas Sabonis?
They're more prepared than they were 2 months ago. Let's put it that way. Look, Jonas Valanciunas is going to let's just imagine this. Pre-trade deadline, we'd be looking at what? Trey Lyles or God knows what starting at Alex Len. And no disrespect to Alex, who we love, but he ain't Jonas Valanciunas. They're not going to be as Jonas Valanciunas, spoiler alert, is not as good as Domantas Sabonis. But as we've seen glimpses of, they can make this work, especially in certain matchups, if they put the right folks around him. Now, look, if you're going to roll out your Malik Monk, Keegan Murray, DeRozan, Levine, Valanciunas lineup, which they will, you're going to have some problems with that. But if you start mixing it up with some of these other guys and just screw who needs to start, screw who via contract or veteran nature, none of that should matter. What are the lineups that are getting it done last night? I'd like to see more of those types of lineups we saw last night.
Yeah, I think they are, like you said, better equipped to handle it than they were before. They're deeper. Their bench depth is going to help them here. But I also want to remind everybody, some of these matchups they have coming up. Let's say while Sabonis was out just recently, Valanciunas had trouble with a guy like Karl Anthony Towns. Well, he's really good. But then they played the Warriors, and the Warriors went small, and it wasn't really advantageous to have Valanciunas out there. So if you just look ahead, like I would say, for example, if they play Boston, I don't love him in that matchup. But they're playing Cleveland next. That's a very big team, and they're going to need him. So I think they're going to have to be flexible. I think Valanciunas will be a big part of what they're doing. But I think we're going to see a lot of different lineups going forward.
I hope so. I really do. I hope they just don't get stuck in the mud and get stubborn, because it's going to be Jason, I would take – I'm not even talking about, of course, we take wins. I would take games like last night the rest of the year, and if it was a first-round exit or hell, even if they lost in the second round of the play-in, I'd rather go out that way with games like last night than have these slog, your turn, my turn, your turn, my – and by the way, spoiler alert on 3 in the key, I lost the Levino score more or take more than 12 shots. I think he took exactly 12, but it worked.
Yeah,
it worked because they defined their roles. DeRozan and Levine, in my opinion, should not. The more time they share the floor, I think you got issues, and I wonder if the coaches would agree with that. Number 3, please.
Question 3.
Speaking of Sabonis, is he the most beat up player in the league?
I can't think of someone else. I really can't. And I mean, whether that's a center, whether that's a guard. I mean, we can talk about guards that take punishment. De'Aaron used to be a guy that hit the floor 10 times a game. Same thing with John Morant. Old Beef Stew with Detroit gets physical and gets in there. But you just constantly see with Sabonis, man, every single game he's elbowed in the mouth, he's elbowed in the eye, he's tweaking an ankle or a hamstring, he's being thrown to the floor. What was the last game we were talking about all day yesterday, how he got elbowed in the neck? And look, it's not all a coincidence or bad luck. It's his style of play, and he just kind of is in there just mixing it up constantly. Yeah, you're going to get hit sometimes. But just the amount of punishment he takes on a nightly basis makes his durability, despite recent games, his overall durability even that much more impressive.
Yeah, and last night the cut above the eye first, then the really bad injury that we don't know the full outcome of that yet.
Yeah,
it just I know we watch every Kings game, but it just every night there's some sort of contact with him to the face generally. I feel for him but that's the way he plays a little bit too, but he's been able to handle all those things amazingly in his career.
And obviously, whether it's us, more than likely Alan or Whitey and Draper this afternoon, you can keep it locked in here to Sacktown Sports. We will give you an update as soon as we get it on Domantas Sabonis. And when do they play? Tomorrow again?
Yeah, back-to-back coming up Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah. hey, look, man, like I said, go like this, play like that, do your thing. It's a funeral march into this Cleveland game, in a sense. But hey, play like you did last night. That could be a fun game. I don't know if we're going to win.
Yeah.
I want to win, but I'll tell you right now, if it's 121-115 and it was back and forth and this team gave their all and we're sitting here at the end of the night saying, I don't know how much better they could have played. Cleveland's just better. I know there's the no moral victories crowd, but for me at least, I'll be a lot less upset.
Yeah.
Now, if they just fold to Cleveland,
right,
whatever. And we'll give you an update on Domantas Sabonis as soon as we get it. Kings Rewind coming up in about a half an hour. We're going to give out game balls as well for last night's Win the Jiffy Lube drive of the game coming up at 7:43. When we get back, though, baseball is back. We've already got a game in the books. Jason, you got to help me get into it this year. We're gonna try. I got some questions for you as well, and we'll even mention your Oakland, formerly Oakland Athletics of Sacramento, West Sacramento. We'll do all that next.
Malik Monk plays here.
Started left, goes right, steps back, launches the three. Nothing but net. Oh, that was just filthy. Oh, my, that was sweet.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Northwest Exterior.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA3 Weather Center for your Tuesday. It's looking like a quieter day. It's going to be quite cool for the morning with some areas of patchy fog. For the afternoon, expect mostly sunny skies. Dry day today with highs in the lower 60s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
Northwest Exteriors wants to keep you cool all season long. Trusted in Sacramento for heating and cooling systems. Book your tune-up today as part of our 30th anniversary special. Call 888-TRUST-NW or visit trustnorthwest.com.
Simply the best. Trust Northwest.
Big savings are back at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. New Hondas are piling up, and that means big savings for you.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda. Yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed the musty smell in your home? I hope not, because damp smells mean that you could have a crawl space problem. That's where Groundworks comes in. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to waterproof your crawl space and get to the root cause of the problem. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Buying a home used to feel like a complete headache. Listings here, pre-approval there, financing somewhere else. Now, Rocket is giving every home one address. Rocket.com. A single seamless homeownership platform to help you find, buy, sell, finance, and refinance your home. Everything you need, all under one roof. Visit Rocket.com, the new home for all things homeownership. Rocket. Own the dream.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-990-1551. That's 800-990-1551.
For 70 years, we've been known as the Humane Society of the United States. But as the challenges animals face have grown, so have we. We are now called Humane World for Animals. And if you love animals, you're part of our world. Humane World for Animals. The end of animal cruelty.
Welcome to AT&T. How can I help?
Hey, I thought I could trust my twins with my phone, but they outnumber me, man.
Oh, that's a lot of glitter paint. Let's trade
lives.
At AT&T, everyone can trade in an old or glittered iPhone any year, any condition, and save on a new iPhone. Ask how to get iPhone 16 Pro on us. New and existing customers. Savings vary by device and trade-in combinations. Restrictions apply. See att.com for details. AT&T. Connecting changes everything.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Welcome back. 4-1 is your final. The Dodgers beat the Cubs.
The Dodgers.
And so as it should be, baseball is officially underway, except we're still in spring training.
Except for 28 other teams or whatever it is.
When the hell is opening day?
A week from Thursday.
So we had regular season games played last night, and a regular season game played last night, or this morning, I should say, in Tokyo.
And tomorrow morning.
But the regular season starts, what did you say, a week from when?
Thursday.
Super makes sense.
Yep.
That super duper makes sense. What about would those games always sell out in Tokyo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't they just do like, you know how like the Giants and A's have their Bay Bridge series? Why don't they just do the Tokyo spring training series to finish out spring training and not rob Dodger and or Cub fans of their team's opening days?
I agree.
Well,
it is awful that Cubs fans are being robbed.
Terribly awful. Wait,
I'm good with Dodgers fans being robbed.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Okay. I got it.
But they're still going to have to do their, which they'll wait for, but their ceremony and their rings.
Yeah, in game 3.
Right.
Or whatever. I don't even know if the Dodgers open it. Do they open at home?
It would be really funny if baseball made them do it in Japan.
Yeah, they opened the 27th against Detroit at home. So, which is on ESPN. That's another thing. Hey, let's open against we're going to have the defending champions open against the Cubs in Tokyo a week and a half or whatever before the regular season starts. And then when they open, we're going to have them open against an AL team.
Someone has to.
This ain't your daddy's baseball.
No.
And I'm fine with interleague. I actually enjoy interleague.
Yeah,
I think that's a good addition. But I don't know. I liked it more when it was like you had like the 2 interleague windows a year, where everyone plays interleague for like 2 weeks and then you go back to the normal. And then later on you have the 2 weeks of interleague and then you're done. It seems like every other game I watch is either an interleague game, Giants, Dodgers, or Yankees, Red Sox.
Well, I mean, now with the balance of the National and American League, the same amount, you have to have, there's someone's playing an interleague series, someone at minimum.
Yeah. That's weird. I don't know. Yeah.
But, you said you like the interleague adjustment, which is, I don't know how many years, in 20 something years now, It feels like that. I think the DH has been helpful in, universal DH.
Yeah.
Some of the things they've done, I think it's helped, but maybe it hasn't. And I think when you watch a game, I think it's helped, but I just think the problem is not enough people are watching games.
And you wonder what that's about. I think honestly at the core, it's attention span. Football has always got something going. Basketball is constant. Baseball, you got to want it. It's chess. You got to want it. You got to be prepared. You're gonna have a 1-0 game. You're gonna have a 14-13 game. And I do know for me there are things that have changed that just styles in general. Like a player striking out 200 times used to be like, oh my God, why are they even in the league? Now it's regular. You got guys batting 190 that are leading on. Kyle Schwarber is a great example. And I just, look, this is some old head talk I'm doing right now. By the way, I don't mind. I love the celebrations. I love the bat flag. I don't have any problems with that. Anything that brings more personality and excitement, I'm into. I will say, I think maybe it's the style. I like less. I could get into the chess of manufacturing runs, bunting a runner over, 3-2 pitchers going 7-8, complete game shutout. Now the guy stealing 50, 60, 70 bases a year and, having 2 guys right behind him, I don't know if it's the shift. I don't know if it's the universal DH. I don't know. I don't know if it's that everybody now has to be Mark McGwire and sit back for the 3-run home run. It just, the style has changed in a way that I'm just not a fan of it as much as I used to be.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that have changed. I think the one that I wonder, like for me, that probably is the most troublesome is like if there's just a really dominant pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
Dominant, even in this whatever current version of dominant is now.
Yeah.
6th inning is kind of the ceiling. I mean, there's going to be a complete game here and there, but there's a handful. I mean, there's like, what was there, like 10 last year, 15? Like the charm of like, man, we're seeing Clemens in his prime against, dominant hitter in his prime, and probably 4 plate appearances.
Yeah.
Now it's maybe twice.
And by the way, to your point in that matchup, okay, so let's just say Bonds and Clemens, whatever. Maybe Clemens gets him the first time.
Right.
But then the second time, Bonds has his timing now.
Yeah.
And then the third time, you're ready to go, and now it's on. And then, God forbid, a fourth time. Chris, do me a favor. I don't know that this exists or not, and please don't spend more than 30 seconds on it. You know what would be an interesting number? Because we talk about pitchers and how little they pitch now compared to before. We look at that when it comes to innings pitched, right? You know what I wonder if it exists? Is there a year-on-year statistic ranking pitchers by pitches? Who led the league last year in pitches?
I got you.
I
don't know. Yeah.
Because when we look at when we're trying to compare year on year, I think it's an incomplete statistic if we say, back in the day, Greg Maddux used to average, 7 innings pitched, and Jason Ross only goes an average of 5. What the hell is going on? But what's incomplete about that is, okay, but what if hitting has also changed to the point where Jason's still averaging 100 pitches a game, just like Maddux was. Maddux is just more efficient. I'd really be curious to see if that, in fact, has dropped off as well.
Yeah. I would guess, but I don't know that for
I would
sure.
think so, too. Yeah. I would think naturally it has.
Yeah.
Because you got a lot of these guys that are just coming out of, they're teenagers, and they're taught from the jump.
So the pitches per game appears has only been a stat since 2018. And last year, Zach Wheeler led in pitches per game at 97.9.
Okay. Well, give me 2018's leader, would you? You can bring that up. Just seeing if there's
7 years ago. Okay.
Yeah.
Corey Kluber, 96.4.
Okay. So
same
pretty similar. So the innings are down. Although I don't know what the innings average was.
Oh, I'm sorry. Max Scherzer, 105.8.
Okay.
Okay. And who was second that year?
Jacob deGrom, 100.4.
Do we have anybody else above 99?
Closest is Zach Wheeler, 99.4.
This was last year?
This is 2018.
It's 2018. And then Wheeler led the league last year as well? Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. I miss that. And I don't, and Jason, we all try to find things and reasons. Like, I also don't know if part of the reason I miss all of this is because I was so entrenched in fantasy baseball, which made the game. I had my Giants games, and then I had my fantasy baseball games, and being able to draft pitchers that got complete game shutouts. That was a huge deal for us.
Yeah, and I think this year you are going to play. You said you have a draft Saturday. I'm curious if that will help a little bit or not. That's. I think. Look, we just talked about brackets. That's what people get engaged in. I've barely watched college basketball, and then I'm going to go, I love this Maryland team. Wait, why? Because I picked them 2 rounds or whatever it is, and you got them right? Like, I don't know anything about them or whoever that team is for you. It's like, I just really like what they do. No, you just picked them. And so now you're invested in them.
Yeah, you have an investment in them.
But I think that's going to help you a little bit.
I think it will too. I hope it will. From the 916. And I don't have a really good answer to this, but people watch golf. That doesn't make sense why people won't watch baseball. I think it's worse to watch golf instead of playing it. I don't know.
It's just preference.
It is, but I don't have a good answer to somebody as to why watching golf, like the Valspar Championships this weekend, whatever, I'll watch it. I won't watch it coverage to coverage, hour to hour, but I'll probably watch a good 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
I'll watch more golf than baseball. But why?
Yeah.
Is it because I play golf? Maybe I can identify a little more, and I don't play baseball anymore. Yeah. No, you're right. I don't play football. I watch all of that.
Yeah. I don't know. I still watch a lot of baseball, and I feel like I am in the minority.
You're the minority here. I think there's a lot of people, listening right now that are completely with you. But it's not it's not how it used to be.
Yeah, and I also don't even think this would change that much for you personally. I don't know. You'd have to go through it again. But like you were into it again in like 10, 12, 14 when the Giants were winning it. Like that was fun. But like if they were really good, I don't. But I get the feeling right now. So let's just say the Giants have one of those years and everything goes right.
Yeah,
you're not even attached to a player right now. Maybe Chapman you like the most.
I think maybe Chapman and Logan Webb.
Okay. But I mean, it's not like you used to have the around the horn, like 6 or 7 players like Will Clark for sure. But
the Giants won 3 championships in the 10s.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm being perfectly honest, I was more into the 87, 89 version of the Giants than I was. And my attachment, I was more into them than I was the Kings for that stretch. And my attachments to guys like Will Clark or Robbie Thompson or Mike Krukow or Billy Swift or Dave Dravecki or Bob Brunley or Roger Craig, the manager, and on and on and on and on.
I pay my taxes.
I can still name the whole damn lineup. I can name the whole pitching staff. I don't know what happened to that.
More than the 2010s, and then now is even less than the 2010s.
2 players. Yeah. 2 players I feel any attachment to. We'll take a break. When we come back.
Boring.
All right, my guy Justin on the text. Can we get back to the Kings? It's one segment on baseball, and we're federally mandated to do that.
You're boring.
Golly. All right, let's give out some game balls for last night's win. We've got the Jiffy Lube drive of the game. If you have it right now, 1-800-920-1140. That's 1-800-920-1140. It's very simple. All you got to do is call in with last night's Jiffy Lube drive of the game, and you get a $100 gift certificate to our local Jiffy Lube locations. That's a decent amount of coin. You're going to get a lot of stuff done, all for just listening to the sweet sounds of Gary Gerald. One thing we're going to talk about in the next segment is not just the threes, not just the defense, but the amount of, especially with a guy like Zach Edey in the middle, the amount of times the Kings were able to drive towards the basket. It almost made you think they were doing it in a big Hoblet Ram truck, just rolling right over Grizzly players. Sorry, speed bump? Nope. That was Brandon Clark. Right now, it's the Ram Truck sales event. Ram Truck Month's going on right now at Hoblet. You can save up to $16,000 off MSRP on hard-to-find new 2024 Ram Heavy Duty, $17,500 off MSRP on select new 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4s. Roar! Hoblet's different from those big city automotive dealers. You got to remember that. There's no dealer markups. There's no add-ons. There's no surprise fees. What you see is what you get. It's called true pricing. It's at HobletDodge.com. You see a price, you pay the price. How many times have you gone online to whatever car place? Oh, hey, what a great deal. $25,995. So $26,000. Okay. You go down there. Okay, well, it's $26,000 plus this markup and taxes and fees and license fee and destination fee and get the car fee and red paint fee and all this fee and $39,000. And you're already down there and you're like, I waste all this time. Not at Hoblet. That's why they're the #1 Ram truck dealer in California, #7 in the whole U.S. of A. Go to HobletDodge.com, search, select, and save. Tell me, good buddy Carmichael Dave Show. 1 minute break, just a 1 minute break. When we come back, game balls in the Jiffy Lube drive of the game. Next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Meanwhile at Xfinity. Okay, huddle up. Do you realize how many fans stream basketball? It's madness.
But real fans stream with Xfinity Internet.
Totally. We've engineered the fastest connection.
With reduced buffering and low lag.
'Cause making streaming better is what we do!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Can we let go now? It's really not a huddle with 2 people.
Switch to Xfinity Internet and stream live sports from the best seat in the house. Bring on the good stuff. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Actual speed vary, not guaranteed.
Spring is in the air, and that means gigantic savings for all your oil change needs at Jiffy Lube today. Get a $25 gift card with the purchase of any Pennzoil Platinum full synthetic oil change through May 31st at your local Jiffy Lube service center in the greater Sacramento areas. And don't forget about the additional $30 off online coupon at jiffylube.com. Terms apply. Valid email address required. See pennzoil.com/rewards for details. Jiffy Lube, a huge spring savings for you today.
Toyota's Ready, Set, Go sales event ends soon. Versatile, dynamic, and built for anything. Toyota SUVs are always up for adventure. The only question is, where to? Right now, get low financing on 2025 RAV4 or shop Toyota's unbeatable lineup of hybrid SUVs like Grand Highlander Hybrid, RAV4 Hybrid, Toyota Crown Signia, and Land Cruiser. Hurry in. It's the final days of Toyota's Ready, Set, Go sales event. Toyota. Let's go places. Offer available through TFS to buyers with premium rated credit. Offers end 3/31/25.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say. He's good at what he does.
On Sacktown Sports.
All right, let's get this out of the way real quick. We always love bribing our listeners. Thanks to our good friends at Jiffy Lube. Don't call him Jim or Jimmy. It's James. You're on the program. It's Jason Ross, Christopher Lott. I'm Carmichael Dave. Do you have the Jiffy Lube drive of the game?
I do. It's the Jake LaRivia dunk towards the end of the first quarter.
How confident are you? Scale of 1 to 10.
10.
And
wow.
He's calling his shot.
Confident.
Let's see if James has it here.
Ball knocked away from Brendan Clark. Grabbed by LaRavia. With numbers. Drives all the way. Hammer time as he took it right to the iron and ripped it home with authority. Kings have their biggest lead, up by 6. Your Jiffy Lube drive of the game.
Hey,
well done.
Congratulations. You got yourself a $100 gift card. Go to see our friends at Jiffy Lube. Tire rotations, oil changes, wiper blades, so many things to get done there. All you got to do, well, you've already won, but all you got to do is tell us what morning radio station and afternoon and midday radio station makes all your Jiffy Lube dreams come true.
HDK 1140, buddy.
That's perfect, James. Thank you. Well done. Absolutely. Rachel's in the chat. She says, retired people watch baseball and golf. They're home all day, and they have the time to watch. I'm not retired, so please stop talking baseball. Jesus, Rachel. That's not true. I watch golf. I'm not retired. You watch baseball. You're not retired.
Correct.
People get angry. It's America's pastime. Does that mean it's past its time, Jason?
Well, and the other part about baseball, the majority of the games are still at night.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
Majority.
Yeah, the majority. There's some day games. That's fine. There's some majority at night retired people. I'm offended for baseball fans, and I'm not even really.
If the Yankees were on this morning at 3:10, I would have gotten up.
Would you have really? Oh my God. Yeah. Really?
Yeah. You guys get up early for soccer.
Yeah, but not on a school day. Not today though.
If Huddersfield was playing,
I would.
Thank you.
But
Chris, the same.
Yeah, but I wouldn't for any other team.
That's what I say. The Yankees. Yeah. I didn't watch the Dodgers. I mean, when I woke up, I was like, "Oh, the game's on." That's right, and I
turned it on.
A couple innings. Yeah.
Early morning baseball. Well, I was able to wake up this morning and smile because our Sacramento Kings beat the Memphis Grizzlies last night
and played well too.
And they did it with flair, and style, and
some pizzazz.
We've talked about this before, Jason. Pittsburgh, their teams are, Steelers are defense. Detroit, blue collar basketball. The Lakers, Showtime. Different cities have different identities that it almost seems, and maybe it's just a trick we're doing in our head, extend to their sports teams. Let me ask you something. The Sacramento Kings, which identity do you think this town would respond to more? Showtime, Jason Williams style, just alley-oops and all that fun stuff. stuff like we saw last night, like Ron Artest style, scrappy defense, diving for balls. No one comes in here without getting bloody, blue collar. You think this is more of a blue collar response fan base or a high flying Henry Turner fan base?
My initial instincts sort of say the blue collar, but can it be both? Because honestly, our best run of basketball was the greatest show on court.
Yeah.
Moving the ball with energy, everybody contributing,
right.
Some great highlights, some flair that started with Jay Will but kept going.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of fun. But that group usually played pretty hard. And I think to the core, it's probably the blue collar.
I
But
think so too.
I don't know who wouldn't appreciate, dunks and just this freewheeling, smooth passing. I think every city would like that too, though.
I think the caveat here is that whatever style is turning into wins and contention, the city will adopt.
Right.
Just saying, if you were going to win 60 games and you were going to do it, although we've never really seen it like that, because like you, I remember the high flying days and those were amazing. I just weirdly think this city is closer to a Detroit Pistons style city than they are a Lakers style city.
And ironically, I mean, and you could remember too, in the 40 years here, I mean, has there ever been a team that was like, man, that is a number one defense in the league?
No, I think the closest we've gotten are the Artest, Bonzi Wells editions, and they were just good. They were just good.
Yeah, but it was like lock you down, like good luck scoring on this team.
I don't think we've ever had that.
Ever.
I don't think we've ever had that, and I think this city would respond to it. And because they've never really seen that.
Right.
I wonder what, like, overall defensive rating, if you went back to 1985, what's the highest we've been? 5th, 6th, 7th?
I don't even know if that high. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting. You think over 40 years.
Yeah. One of these groups would just be like, wow, that was the special 8 players that they used to get that top defense, but nope, haven't had it.
Game balls for last. Hey, by the way, guy on the chat, Dave is 60. Dave's not even the same near a decades. What the hell is that? Said it in all caps too. Was he yelling?
Is that reference to watching golf? Like
maybe.
Previous,
maybe. I mean, that's fine. Hey, I may. You know what? I'll wear this. Some of the things I very much enjoy are probably closer to somebody 60 than they are 30. I enjoy a nice sloppy Joe. Nice ball game. Maybe some golf on the weekends. Nice quiet night at home.
Cards.
Love playing spades. Do that almost every week. Nothing. If I was ever to go on a cruise again, I'd want to go on one of them with all the old people on it. Not the because I'm never going carnival again. I'm not doing
too loud
chest hair competitions. Literal chest hair competitions.
Really?
I don't remember that on our cruise.
That's right. You guys are.
Were we on Carnival together?
No, we were on Princess.
Yeah. Princess doesn't mess with that. I was on a Carnival cruise ship with my brother and our families, and there was a chest hair competition by the pool with a DJ and everything. I'd suck at it. I'm not. I've got like Lee Press on chest hairs. It's weird. It's just it doesn't work. There were guys there that were just straight up like, "Are you a human?"
The hair tank top.
Just it was like a sweater.
We made one of our friends a hair tank top.
And you end up winning like a drink ticket. Yeah, I'm done with those, man. I want a nice quiet cruise where there aren't a bunch of preferably one with no little kids either. I'm good with that. I'm done with. I went through it with mine.
Yeah.
I want people holding heavy bottomed glasses of scotch while they
read.
Yeah. And then everybody goes to dinner in a jacket and shirt while there's classical music playing, and I just feel completely out of touch.
Where's my sloppy Joe?
Exactly. I got a sloppy Joe. It's lobster night. I know this is probably too easy. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe you have somebody else in mind, but I just don't know how I don't give the game ball to Zach LaRavia. Playing against his former team.
Is that a combo?
What? Zach LaRavia.
Yes. Jake Levine,
Zach LaRavia. I don't know how I don't give it to Jake LaRavia, playing his former team, came in. What a spark. There's definitely other nominees for sure. But the fact that he got the defensive player of the game, the fact that he was going against his former team, the fact that he dunked and then stared down Ja Morant.
Yeah.
I really felt the game changed in part because of his presence. So he gets the game ball.
That play, both Levine and Monk referenced that got the bench at the time, which was the starters, going.
Yes.
When LaRavia had the dunk and he looks at their bench. I think of another play that didn't result in any points, but Carter got a pass in the wing and he went, and it was going to be one of the dunks of the season. And he missed,
yes,
but he drew the foul, and you're like, that's okay.
On TV, they panned to his dad too.
Oh,
He and Ja Morant were laughing. Because what does his dad do? If he posterizes there,
right?
Yeah, how does his dad not fall off the bench? And they're like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it.
Yeah, that was great. Great. I mean, I feel like it needs to be a bench player. You gave it to LaRavia. I'm going to give it to Malik. I thought Malik was really good, efficient, had assists, 28 points, shot the ball well. Some of those timely threes, so I'll give it to you.
We will take a break. When we come back, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. It's JR. Oh, sorry. It's Kings Rewind. Top of this
and golf.
Top of the hour, and golf, and baseball,
and soccer.
And soccer, and so much more. Maybe we'll get into some chess. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Keep your clothes on. We're right back, or don't, after this.
You'll find Malik Monk is Sacktown Sports.
Oh, my, what an athletic move that time by Malik Monk.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Malik Monk, and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Attention diabetics and weight loss patients. Are you or a loved one suffering complications after taking Ozempic, Wegovy, Rybelsus, Mounjaro, or Zepbound? These medications may be linked to serious gastrointestinal illnesses and other severe side effects leading to hospitalization or permanent injuries. If you've been hospitalized after taking these medications, you're not alone. We understand your pain and frustration and will stop at nothing to help you get the compensation you deserve for your suffering. If you've been diagnosed with gastroparesis, chronic vomiting, deep vein thrombosis, DVT, or experienced intestinal blockage requiring surgery, you may be entitled to significant compensation. Call the Tort Defenders Helpline and find out immediately if you qualify. Get the justice you deserve. Call 888-900-LAW-1 today for a free consultation. That's 888-900-LAW1. Remember, time is limited to file, so don't wait. Call 888-900-LAW-1 today. Paid for by Tort Defenders. Tort Defenders is not a law firm and does not provide legal services.
Free wellness, red light therapy, infrared, trim pod, cold plunge, halo therapy, sunbeds, and more. All free during Wellness Weekend at California Sun Wellness Spas. No sign-up required. Free at all California Sun Wellness Spa locations this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. CaliforniaSun.com.
Spring is in the air, and there's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. Whether you're shopping for new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings. Plus, get top dollar for your trade. And while life's roads are often filled with bumps, buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there. Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. SubcontractorsUnited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
My friends swim no matter the season, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. Now, thanks to Skyrizi and clear skin, count me in. With Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it.
Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 to learn more. With AutoPay plus taxes and fees, plus $5 per line without AutoPay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Motorola Edge on us with 24 monthly bill credits and new line for well-qualified customers, plus tax and $35 per line connection charge. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your flagship station for the Beam Team.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Celebrating Sloppy Joe Day.
Sloppy Joe. Sloppy Joe.
Yeah. Just listening to Adam Sandler, the late Chris Farley, that wonderful skit. That is a banger of a song.
Yes, it is.
JR!
Oh, wow.
How are you?
Is this the Boomer Show? We're talking Kevin Mitchell, Jeffrey Leonard.
By the way,
One flap down.
Hey, can I just say, and this is coming from a lifelong Giants fan, the Kevin Mitchell catch was great. Also, he screwed up. Like, let's just remember. No one ever talks about the fact that I think that was at Riverfront in Cincinnati.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, no one ever talks about the fact that he overran the damn ball.
Oh, did.
You know.
Hey, you know the Kevin Mitchell story, right? He got picked up at a ballpark in San Diego when he was they were watching the pitcher, and he hit like 3 home runs. Next thing you know, he's playing for the Mets and goes on to the Giants. Yeah, I mean, we didn't use baseball gloves back then. We used our bare hands, and we liked it.
I remember when Kevin Mitchell was playing third base for the New York Mets. Imagine that.
How about that? He was in the famous. He's in the famous series where it goes through Buckner's legs. He's the guy they pull out of the dugout.
That's right.
And he hits.
Yep.
Yeah, know your history. I live with his little brother at Sonoma State. That's a true story right there.
Okay, didn't expect that. We were vibing, we were going back and forth. Didn't expect I lived with his little brother at Sonoma State.
I played football with him. His name was D'Angelo Mitchell. He was phenomenal, but he like his brother, not the highest on the IQ list, but a great kid.
What would he say about you?
Yeah, what would he say about you?
Oh, that's the thing. I'm lower than him. That's why I ended up at the SSU, and we dropped our programs because people were just too credible.
I still somewhere in the garage.
They haven't lost a football game since '96. You know that, right?
I still have they haven't had didn't they not have a program anymore?
Oh, now you're going to get the details.
I still have somewhere.
You way to break us down, Michael, Dave.
I got I got a poster, I think, somewhere in the garage of Will Clark and Kevin Mitchell with bats on their shoulders, and it says a Pacific Sock Exchange.
Oh,
that was a good one. Yeah. Hey, Will Clark tells the greatest story about Kevin Mitchell with the clothes he would wear. And one time they went to Arizona, and he was wearing these black leather pants. True story short. They like glued to his legs because they got off the plane. It was like 110 degrees.
You know,
and Kevin had to cut the pants off himself. Well, that is a Clark story that is the best you've ever seen. One of those old '89 series run by the Jets.
He does all kinds of stuff with Eric Burns now. They have their podcast, which is hilarious.
Yes, see, look at us talking old baseball. We're getting the ratings. They're lighting up. Look at your phone.
Oh, I know. Everybody wants to talk this and not Kings.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how much it would cost. I don't even know if he'd do it. But honestly, you know what? I'm gonna send our guy Will a text.
Uh-huh.
I just want to know what it would cost to have. What would it cost to get him on weekly? That would get me back into baseball. If we could do a weekly segment with Will Clark, I'll find a damn sponsor.
I don't hate this idea.
If we could do a weekly segment with Will Clark on baseball, if that doesn't get me back into baseball, I don't know what the hell it is. Because he's the closest thing to living Jesus for me.
Yeah.
Like that is the end all be all.
What's the closest thing to dead Jesus for you?
Tuna melts. Kings Rewind. All right. Send your letters to Jason Ross.
Yep.
Kings Rewind.
Well, coined the March Gauntlet for a reason, and a large part of the reasoning behind it was the 7-game homestand that the NBA schedule makers made about as cruel as possible for the Kings.
How can you be so obtuse? What did you call me? Obtuse? Is it deliberate?
Nope. And you got 2 months in the hole, buddy.
Well, that began Monday night as the Kings were playing host to the Memphis Grizzlies.
What are you looking at, stupid bear?
I would like to read that again.
Yeah, please.
That began Monday night as the Kings were playing host to the Memphis Grizzlies.
What are you looking at, stupid bear?
New favorite, I think.
I've already found the clip.
2 seasons ago,
oh, back in time, Wayne.
The Grizzlies were the 2 seed. The Kings were the 3 seed. Both took a dip in the standings last year, and now Memphis is right back while the Kings are still trying to find themselves.
I hate you. I hate you. I don't even know you, and I hate your guts. I hope all the bad things in life happen to you and nobody else but you.
This was the third and final matchup of the season between the two as they split the first 2 games, meaning this had tiebreaker implications, but not so much with the large gap in the standings.
Not with that attitude.
The Grizz were playing without their bouncy point guard, Ja Morant.
Bouncy point guard. It's a great band.
The Kings' Jake LaRavia was playing his former team for the first time since the trade.
She quit. No. She didn't quit. She just found a better team.
Less than 3 minutes into the game, Domantas Sabonis was hit above his eye by the back of Luke Kennard's head, and there will be blood.
I will massacre you. I will f*** you up.
Sabonis left the game to get stitched up in the locker room.
I can't see nothing. Gotta open my eye. Come here, man.
You don't want to do it.
Come here.
Try it.
The first 8 minutes of the game featured 10 lead changes and 3 ties.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
Well, the Kings would finish the quarter with a defensive group that got after it. They got stops, forced turnovers, blocked shots, and surged ahead with a 16-4 run to end the quarter.
You shall not pass!
Hey, Gandalf.
Sabonis would return in the second quarter, and the Kings and Grizzlies played the second 12 minutes even, which kept the Kings' lead at double digits, 65-54 at the half.
I'll take it.
The first offensive possession of the second half was frightening as Domantas Sabonis rolled his ankle, and based on his reaction, he was very concerned.
Oh, God! Oh, God!
Could Sacramento hold off the hard-charging Grizz? Well, it would be difficult because Desmond Bane went off in the third. He scored on 8 of his 11 shots for a total of 20 points in the quarter.
Hey, stop it!
The Kings' lead would shrink to as low as 4 points, but Sacramento all night long would hit timely 3 after timely 3.
Time after time.
Sacramento utilized a balanced attack all night long. Malik Monk scored 28 points.
I'm a pizza guy.
Levine chipped in 23.
Bean.
DeRozan, 22 points, 6 rebounds, and 9 assists.
I'm glad D-Rose came home. Y'all didn't deserve him either.
Keegan Murray recorded another double-double with 16 and 10.
I am good at emotion.
The bench provided a spark. Yeah, some energy.
Hey, $49 tune-ups right now.
They cleaned the glass. And combined for 8 steals.
Give me that.
Hey, also, they took out the Grizzlies as well. Spoiler alert, by the way.
What are you looking at, stupid bear?
Sorry, I'll never do it again, but God bless.
You like that one.
I love that one.
The losing streak is over. Kings take the season series from the Grizz 2-1.
You're stupid.
Now they're back to 1 game over 500.
We're not that bad.
And the homestand continues on Wednesday against the NBA's best, the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Not in the face, okay? Give me that. Huh?
And there you go.
Well done. Well done. We have another new entry into favorite sounds.
Would you like to hear it again?
Would I like to hear it? Well, Chris has it, or I've got it. Either way, we can both play it now.
What? What would it be?
Oh, it'll be this, by the way. And when
the Grizz?
This is why Chris does it. Yeah, against the Grizz.
What are you looking at, stupid bear?
It's even better that way.
It is.
I feel comfortable talking about this right now. You may have seen Tracy Morgan last night. The Knicks had their own puke guy incident. Tracy Morgan, famous Tracy Morgan, comedian, actor, threw up on the sideline and could not stand up. He had to be wheeled out. And I avoided talking about it first thing this morning just because you never know. You know, you don't know. I don't want to laugh at it. And then it turns out something crazy is going on with Tracy Morgan. Well, a couple minutes ago, he posted this to his Instagram. Thank you for all your concern. I'm doing okay now. Doctors say it was food poisoning. Appreciate my MSG family. It's Madison Square Garden family, not monosodium glutamate, which might have led to that, for taking such good care of me. And I need to shout out the crew that had to clean it up. Appreciate you. More importantly, the Knicks are now 1-0 when I throw up on the court. So maybe I'll have to break it out again in the playoffs. Go Knicks.
Wow.
Well, good that he's okay. And can I just add, Tracy, love you. I really would hope that you do a little more than shout out that crew. Let's get assigned something. They couldn't find a mop.
I'm gonna get you pregnant.
Okay,
signed vomit.
Something to where that was gross. No one wants to clean it. I want to clean up my own vomit.
I'm Brian Fellows.
Okay, true, honest question, and then we'll hit a break. If somebody took a vial of Tracy Morgan's vomit from the game last night and had it authenticated and put it on eBay, would it sell for more than $20?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
I think it would.
Man, I mixed up my Manwich and my Tracy.
Oh, God.
I couldn't tell the difference.
Is that tuna melt?
It smells like tuna melt.
Ugh.
From the 916, here comes Justin. Everything was funny about Kings Rewind except for the stupid bear comment.
Really?
You just keep that for yourself, Dave. Wow, from Justin.
What are you looking at, stupid bear?
I mean, let's be honest. That's a laugh a minute.
It's going to come well in handy for UCLA in March Madness.
That's it. You should not say that, Chris. Look, you made Jason angry. You just killed all the energy in the entire room with that. I might as well tell you about the $49 tune-up they've got going on right now on your furnace, unless, of course, hey, your furnace is 10 years or older, then it's free. And I'm going to break off the normal script because today is the day. Today's the day, ladies and gentlemen. American Energy will be out at my house. I don't think the whole company, but like their representatives and maybe the guy that was in the commercial that came out originally. They're going to be out doing not just a furnace replacement. They're going to be doing a furnace and air conditioning replacement as I get ready for summer. As a matter of fact, they could have done it last week. I had to put them off a week because we had to move everything. But now is the time if you want to get it done so you don't get into that crazy rush for summer and you know it will be hot. Get it done now. I found out that my air conditioner was about 40% too small for my house, and it's the original AC when the house was built, God knows how long ago. So I should be seeing a nice drop in my utility bills. On top of that, the peace of mind knowing that I'm getting it from a company that's been serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981, A+ Better Business Bureau, and I'll have all kinds of technology ready to go at my fingertips to make sure my house is not only cool in the summer, warm in the winter, but also is efficient as well. 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable. We'll take a break when we come back. 30 seconds from now, by the way. When we come back, let's talk about Domantas Sabonis and where the Kings go from here. The ramifications coming up right after that.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
Welcome back. Hey, Ron. About your little comment about UCLA. You said, way to ruin it, Chris. It's really well done.
Very well done.
It's a great joke. What time did the sports start today? Is that soon? Let's get some basketball going.
Oh.
Did you see U.S.
Joy if baseball was on, huh?
Look, if baseball was on the TV, I would look at it.
Yeah. Did I see what?
Did you see that? Who the hell was it? Was it the LA Sparks? What team's Cameron Brink on? Isn't it the LA Sparks? Yeah. They put out an ad for guys to volunteer to come play against them in practice. Yeah, and I don't know why they asked for guys and not girls, and I don't care. I mean, whatever, great, that's awesome. But Cameron Brink was commenting that it might have backfired because like 90% of the comments were disgusting. Like, I think the most popular one was, I'd let Cameron Brink box me out for a rebound. It became one of those things. And so they're like, yeah, I don't really want to play against these guys, which is really sad because honestly, the guys that are probably making those stupid comments are not the ones that are going to, like the ones that come in and do something that are good enough to do that. They're like, they're going to be not professionals, but they're going to be serious about what they're doing. I don't know. People are weird, man. People are weird. Domantas Sabonis is maybe the toughest guy in the entire NBA, but it doesn't matter how tough you are. When the injury bug strikes, it strikes hard.
Levine with a buzzer-beating three. Ooh, inside is Sabonis, and Sabonis goes down, and he's hurt. Oh, my gosh. He got fouled, and he's writhing in pain, and it's his lower right leg around the ankle. Sabonis is helped to his feet immediately, limping toward the bench and the locker room. And he's kind of hobbling his way. Now he has to have some support. Oh, my gosh. Well, he went out in the first 3 minutes of the first half tonight with a cut over his left eye, had to get stitched up, and then came back out.
I mean, it's more like, he's an MMA fighter as opposed to a basketball player.
I got to be honest, for a fraction of a second, my one thought was, so I saw him go down, in real life time, I couldn't tell what he did. He was down. He's like gesturing right away for help.
Yeah.
And the way he was sitting and his one leg was up, and I thought, oh, no, like I had visions of like Gordon Hayward, like the leg going
one of those.
I mean, just the way, because I don't know what happened. He's down and he's I'm like, oh no, I go, no, it's not that. I don't think. And then when they show the replay, like, oh man, it's obviously a pretty significant role. Now we just don't know the severity of it.
I got to be honest, it's kind of a weird feeling for you to go through because you go from, oh my God, is his leg a lower,
like
a capital L,
way.
and Gordon Hayward, to then when you see the injury, it's like horrific, but there had to be like a percentage of you with relief, even though it was terrible.
Right, for sure.
Well, Jonas Valanciunas time.
Yeah, and then look, I mean, best case, honestly, I think the best case, pure speculation, best case would be somehow only a week.
Right. You'd think.
Doesn't that feel like best?
Yes.
Or is that a stretch?
But here's why, because you and I are both of the assumption that he is so GD tough,
right,
that the urgency in him calling for help, the fact that he could put no weight on it, the fact that he went down, they showed him in the tunnel on TV going down again.
Troublesome.
That tells you, I think our brains understandably think, for a guy that tough to be that demonstrably hurt, especially 5 seconds after he's gushing blood out of his eye, and he's just like, can we get some stitches, please, yawn? That tells us that, oh my God, this could be a major injury. But I'll go back to what I said earlier. And this could just be copium on my part, the only thing that stops me from going all in on that is just sometimes there are injuries that hurt worse but are less
and scare you.
But then night happens, like, oh, you got a grade 1, you'll be fine. I don't know.
Right. And then on the other end, if you're talking like 4 weeks, well, that's the season.
That's the season.
And then this is less important in the grand scheme of things. But Dave, I think he was, even though he hasn't been playing as much lately, he was tracking all NBA.
Right.
Maybe third team again. And that's, other financial incentives and just other things in your career. But he's not going to get 65 games if he's out that much time.
Would it be responsible for us to just take phone calls and have everybody guess what his injury is? I feel like that's something sports radio should do. Good morning, Jason. Welcome in. You're on with Jason Ross, Christopher Laud, and the other guy.
Hey, real quick. This isn't about Sabonis, which was I was at the game.
Oh, great. Let's talk about whatever you want to talk about then, Jason. Jeez.
No, it is important. But it's for Jason because Jason was there, and I don't know if I missed it. But during when they had the coaches challenge for Laravio's 6th foul, DeMar and Trey Lyles were going at each other on the bench. Is there something? Did I not see something? I mean, Jason Ross, I don't know if you saw it or not.
It's interesting, and I don't know if you did, Dave, because I'm going to go back to you on that if they show that on TV. But being there, Jason, I saw an incident earlier with Trey Lyles and Malik Monk. I did not see DeRozan and Lyles. So maybe if you saw it, you can enlighten me more, but I did not see that in that moment.
Well, it was right after the coaches challenge, and they all went to the bench. Laravio was on the floor, and we looked over, and we're sitting same side as the Kings, but to the left of the backboard, and you can barely see it. But I didn't see any shoving, but they were definitely getting heated with each other. I don't know. I didn't see any kind of contact or anything like that. I don't want to speculate, And I don't know if, maybe somebody missed a screen or I don't know. There was some heat there though. I was like, dang.
I would say it's not that uncommon. I mean, that does happen. I know it happened. There was a lot of people showing video last night of some of the Warriors bench. I think it was like Butler, Kuminga, and maybe Buddy. I don't know. Dave, I think that happens a lot, and it's one of those things, as long as it just kind of stays there and doesn't become anything personal. I mean,
I saw it.
You did?
Yeah, but
he didn't ask you.
He didn't ask me. So
I'm asking you.
I actually have insight.
Oh, what do you got?
I don't really have insight. No, I saw what he was talking about. They did show it briefly on TV, and
I didn't see it.
Look, it's kind of
like anything.
It's kind of like Monk and Rasay Fox. Like, we don't know.
Yeah.
Here's what I will say. It's going to echo what you said. This happens all the time on professional teams. It happens in football, baseball, and basketball. guys go at each other, they yell at each other. We just don't see it 98% of the time because it's in the locker room or it's during a practice. And I'll tell you something, assuming, and this is a big assuming, that they were pissed off at each other, I love it.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're better now.
Of course. Yeah. I love it. I want that fire. I want that passion. I want accountability. Yeah. I hate doing this 2 days in a row, but yesterday we were talking about Sabonis getting elbowed to the neck, and I brought up Draymond Green.
Yeah.
There are 900 billion things I hate about sports hate about Draymond Green. One of the things I like is we talked about yesterday. He will let you know on another team if you're trying to bully one of his guys. He'll get in there. I love that I love all players like that. Secondly, I love that he's not sometimes he goes overboard. But he'll hold his own players accountable right there. He does not care, and he doesn't care who. Well, maybe not Steph, but everybody else. I want more of that. I think good teams do that.
Yeah.
So if that was the case, I don't think we need to. Not that we are being like, oh, Trey Lyles, DeMar DeRozan, who's going to ask for a trade? I'm fine with it, and I think you said basically the same thing in far less words, which is pretty normal because I babble. We'll take a break. When we come back, well, the Kings snapped a losing streak against the Grizzlies. Keegan Murray had a game. Keegan Murray had a conversation with G-Man. We'll hear from him coming up right after this.
The only place you'll find Keegan Murray is Sacktown Sports.
Out to Keegan Murray, straight away for three, and Keegan knocks down the triple.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Keegan Murray, and you're listening to the home of Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Free wellness, red light therapy, infrared, trim pod, cold plunge, halo therapy, sunbeds, and more. All free during Wellness Weekend at California Sun Wellness Spas. No sign-up required. Free at all California Sun Wellness Spa locations this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. CaliforniaSun.com.
My wife was like, I want to go to Hawaii and I want to bring the kids. And I was like, whose kids?
Jim Gaffigan. Everything is wonderful.
I spent the entire time applying and reapplying sunscreen, which thankfully makes my skin whiter.
Jim Gaffigan. A night of all new material. Saturday, March 29th. The venue at Thunder Valley. For tickets, visit thundervalleyresort.com.
Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, is coming back May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, Cole Wetzel, Nate Smith, and more. You'll enjoy food trucks, rock walls, and a mechanical bull, line dancing, and more. Single-day GA tickets start at $52 at CITPFest.com. Country in the Park, May 16th and 17th with Paul Mitchell, The School, Sacramento, and Stoney's Rockin' Rodeo. Find out more at CITPFest.com.
Meanwhile at Xfinity.
Okay, huddle up. Do you realize how many fans stream basketball? It's madness.
But real fans stream with Xfinity Internet.
Totally. We've engineered the fastest connection.
With reduced buffering and low lag.
'Cause making streaming better is what we do!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Can we let go now? It's really not a huddle with two people.
Switch to Xfinity Internet and stream live sports from the best seat in the house. Bring on the good stuff. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Actual speed vary. Not guaranteed.
Are you tired of your tee shots ending up in the adjoining fairway while the rest of your foursome is hitting it down the middle? Well, experts will tell you that being properly fitted for golf clubs will help you strike your drive center cut. The Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio and its team of trained PGA professionals are ready to help you get rid of your banana balls and duck hooks. Hagen Oaks Indoor-Outdoor Player Performance Studio fittings are available 7 days a week. Make yours today by calling 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Well, it's the Ram Truck Month Sales Event, and I know that means discounts.
Right now, you can save up to $17,500 off MSRP on new 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4s. And we don't just have a few Rams. We have Northern California's biggest selection, with over 500 new Rams available.
It's the big city savings with the small town customer service.
Exactly. When you shop at Hoblet, you become part of the family. Plus, we don't just have big savings on Ram trucks. We have almost 200 vehicles at the Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Supercenter and over 30 under $20,000.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
17,500 total net savings after 10,500 factor rebates and 7,000 dealer discounts. Rebates include 2,000 Chrysler Capital bonus cash. Must finance through Chrysler Capital. 1,500 National Conquest dealer cash. Must currently own or lease a Ford, Chevy, or GMC brand vehicle. And 500 on-the-job upfit. Must show 500 plus eligible upfit. 5 of this net savings. Simple VIN 684-262. See dealer for details.
Have you ever dreamed of shopping for the perfect jewelry from home? Well, now it's possible, and you can even build your credit. PrestigiOJewelers.com now offers online shopping, making us the premium credit jeweler nationwide. With an exceptional selection of fine jewelry, from engagement rings and gold chains to sparkling diamond earrings and much more. With over 30 years of experience, Prestigio guarantees you'll find exactly what you're looking for. It's fast and easy. Once approved, you'll receive a guaranteed credit line from $400 to $10,000. All you need is to be 18 years or older, have a valid form of ID, be employed for a minimum of 6 months, and a bank account for automatic payments. PrestigiOJewelers.com is the perfect way to establish or reestablish your credit with interest rates at only 2.25% per month. We are here to help you with monthly reporting to all major credit bureaus. The perfect jewelry, the perfect price, helping you build perfect credit. Visit us online at PrestigiOJewelers.com or at one of our locations in Sacramento, Stockton, Merced, and Fresno. Enter code SACTOWNSPORTS at checkout to save 10%.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
Wanted to play something, Jason, before we get back into it. Here you go. These with the Masters coming up next month.
Mm-hmm.
Augusta National released a new, I don't know if it's a hype video, but if Augusta could talk.
The game of golf.
Yeah.
That's the video?
That is it is voiced by Scott Marsh. We're writing a book, you and I, on the Masters.
Yes, the ABCs.
The ABCs and the Masters.
And the 1, 2, 3s.
Maybe we can integrate this a little bit.
I've seen it all. I've seen grown men cry on a cloudless Sunday afternoon and late bloomers in early spring. I've seen armies form for kings, tigers hunting, bears charging, all while I've stood my ground. I've seen life after sudden death, when getting lost in the woods reveals a path to victory. I've seen patrons lose their breath, then lose their minds. New chapters added to storied legacies, and history rewritten with a single stroke. After all these years, after all this magic, I've seen it all. That is until every April rolls around and then I realize maybe I haven't.
It's almost here. Not really. It's a month away. A little bit. I wish everybody could feel the excitement of Augusta National. 4 days, the whole week, the par 3. It's just, as much as I hate summer, that to me is that is taken over for baseball opening day for me, by the way. That is the true gateway to heat. The last vestiges of good weather.
Yeah.
And soon you and I will be there. Hopefully.
Really?
1-800-920-1140. Devin, good morning, Devin.
Hey, Dave. Thanks for taking my call, man. I just wanted to
talk about the Sabonis injury last night that we saw.
Yeah, please.
I played basketball my whole life and played varsity at the Del Campo.
Nice.
The Del Campo Cougars.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I had ankle injuries my whole career. And the worst one I had was my last one, and it kind of looked like similar to what Sabonis did last night. I went up and jumped for a layup and jumped off the guy's foot. And usually you roll your ankle, you're good about 5-10 minutes later. But this one was a lot different in the way that Sabonis had, where, I mean, you're just in the most amount of pain. It was almost, I didn't tear the whole ligaments in the ankle, but I stretched them out as far as they could go before they would tear. And that took me about a month. And I never dunked in games, but I could, if I run from half court without dribbling the ball and have a good, nice cushiony ball, I could get up there. And after that, it was just, it took about, 2 to 3 months before I could have everything back. So hoping it's not that long for him. I'm hoping, a week, but yeah, it doesn't look good in my eyes.
Well, thank you. Here's to hoping that no disrespect to Domantas Sabonis's powers of healing are a little bit better than that.
Yeah, and plus, they're going to get the best treatment and all
Yes.
that, but still, that's you don't want to.
I don't know. Didn't Del Campo have that amazing rehab center?
Oh, huge! Right next door, right on St. James Place, next door to it. Yeah, very. I had a buddy who lived across the street from there.
Yeah,
used to go there and play FIFA.
At Del Campo?
No, it was at his house. At his house across from Del Campo. We'd go there.
Yeah,
my early 20s. We all play FIFA, sit around. It was like a scene out of Half Baked. It was great. It was amazing. Great memories.
Full baked. Yeah, let's hope it's faster than that. But I mean, we'll know more than today or tomorrow,
and we'll have an update for you. We'll share that with you on the air as soon as that comes around. And you're right. Sports medicine has changed tremendously. These guys are fine-tuned Ferraris. When I blew my knee out or jacked one of my legs up or whatever, my dad would go to the horse store and get DMSO as a roll-on and roll it onto my. It was
really?
It was a horse medicine, and it was like a band.
Dave, quite a long face.
Thank you, genetics. He'd roll it on my knee for the swelling, and it would itch, and it would itch, and it'd make your breath smell weird. It'd put a weird taste. It was not.
How would it get to your breath?
Because it would get in your system somehow, and it was one of the side effects was itchiness and red on the skin area, and it would it would give you this weird like garlicky taste in your mouth. Should be known by the way, not FDA approved for human use at the time.
Yeah, the salt lick I don't think helped either.
No, but the hay was amazing. Yeah. Can I tell you something? As weird as this place is one of the reasons I love doing shows in my hometown. I guarantee you, somebody listening right now grew up getting DMSO rubbed on.
I've never heard of that.
You've never heard of that?
No.
My dad would literally go to the feed store. This is not a radio bit. He would go to the feed store, buy the bags of Purina and all that, and he would get this little white cylinder and said DMSO on it, and it had a little roller, and you shake it up and you roll it on your knee. Yeah, exactly. You roll it on your knee.
So what's the product called? I mean,
it's literally called DMS.
I mean, but what is it like
it's I don't know, man.
Roll-on.
It's a roll-on
treatment for what, like pain or?
Yeah, for pain, for swelling,
like for numbing, or
for all. Here we go. This is going to work on the radio, but yeah, this is exactly what that sucker would look like, man. Right there, DMSO. It says DMSO right there in blue letters, and you take the top off and you roll that sucker on your knee. Because my knee would be swollen, they'd have to drain it. It'd be swollen to all get out. And then, I mean, it worked, I think. I don't know. It's my same dad that was reffing a soccer match I was playing in when I was 12. And I went for a slide tackle, hit it wrong, and it really hurt my leg. He insisted I get up. This is a true story. Finish the rest of the game, which I did the whole second half. Still hurting the next day. Go to school. I'm limping. My mom takes me to the doctor afterwards. I'd snap my tibia. My dad told me to walk off a broken leg and then went to the horse feed store and got me DMSO. It's a true story.
Did it fix the leg?
Didn't hurt. Didn't numb it either. So I guarantee you somebody out there has used.
Chris, had you ever heard of that?
No.
The feed store.
He, honest to God,
You didn't confuse it for a deodorant, did you?
No.
I'll say this. When I was playing basketball and I sprained my ankle really bad and had to go and get x-rays, and like, okay, it's a very, very bad sprain. Here's 120 Vicodin.
Wow.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, your dad, what happened?
No, the hospital gave me like a huge bottle of Vicodin.
Your kid, when
for
was
a sprained ankle?
Really?
2000.
I mean, I shouldn't say that. Let's just say that I, on occasion, have gotten, like when I have my wisdom teeth out or whatever, I've occasionally gotten either Norcos or Vicodins prescribed, and I always fulfill a prescription. They always end up gone, and I've never taken them. There's another person.
It's well known that they evaporate.
Yeah, they do. They go away somehow. I mean,
magically
might be someone else in my house that,
Just the difference is then, God, at least 15 years later, I tore my calf. And
that was recently, right? Sort of. Wasn't that you were working here? Wasn't there a time when you like couldn't move?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember this.
So anyways, that was, I couldn't walk on it. It was killing me. And I said, what can I do about the pain? They said, oh, you could take some ibuprofen. I'm like, are you being serious?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, you can double up on the ibuprofen. That's fine.
Mm-hmm. That's usually what I get. Just take a bunch of ibuprofen. Isn't Vicodin like a bunch of Tylenol or something? I heard. Like, isn't it just like a bunch of something? No,
well, it's Tylenol and
acetaminophen.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. It's a lot
of that, and it's
other stuff
like a codeine type of thing.
All that stuff freaks me out.
Yeah, me too.
I took a Flexeril once when I had my knee hurt. I was out, man. I was out. I don't know if I took one or two, but
sleepies.
Yeah. 4 sleepy. So, anyways, I hope Domantas Sabonis. I mean, you know what I say? Rub some DMSO on.
That's right. Get back in there.
I'm going to text Pete Youngman. I'll bet you Pete Youngman knows about DMSO.
I bet he does.
All right, well, fine. I'll text him during the break.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Let's know.
When we come back, let's get into who's hot, who's not.
Yeah.
Recap 3 of the key. We still have to listen to hear from our friend Keegan Murray as well. All coming up after this.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Did you know colon cancer can be detected early or prevented through regular screening?
I have detected around Earth is the greatest lie ever.
Okay, Roger. My uncle just passed away and I inherited his cockatoo, Roger. He was a member of the Flat Earth Society, so Roger picked up on some of his rhetoric. Anyway, screening, such as a colonoscopy.
Screen these! Screen these!
Roger that, Roger. Moving on. Colonoscopies can detect early-stage colon or rectal cancer or even polyps, which are abnormal growths that can turn into cancer over time.
I'm a Flat Earth walker.
Come on, Roger. What did I do to my uncle to deserve you? You don't get to choose what you inherit, just like colon cancer. Unlike Roger here, I believe in science. And science says that if colon cancer runs in your family, you're more likely to develop it yourself. Talk to your doctor about when you should start screening. Find out more at coloncancercoalition.org. A message from the Colon Cancer Coalition.
Welcome to Staples.
I hear Staples prints it all for any business.
You bet, and we'll beat any print quote.
So if I had a pizza place...
Staples can print signs, menus, pizza boxes.
A landscaping business?
Oh, we can print yard signs, t-shirts, brochures.
How about a pizza/landscaping business? I'll call it Dough and Mo.
I like it.
Right now at Staples, get up to $250 off your print purchase. Ends 4/5 exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for offer details. Price match guarantee valid in store and staples.com/print. Visit staples.com/price match for details.
With Progressive, it's easy to reach customer service with our app, website, chat, or by phone. Because when getting help is hard, it's not help at all.
Little help. A little help over here.
Thank you for calling Bench Press Assistance.
What?
Due to excessive gym volume, all available spotters are currently lifting heavy weights off the chests of other bench pressers.
Seriously?
Please continue to hold, and we will remove the barbell from your chest in the order in which your cry for help was received.
Getting assistance should be easy. With Progressive, it is. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Buying a home used to feel like a complete headache. Listings here, pre-approval there, financing somewhere else. Now, Rocket is giving every home one address. Rocket.com. A single seamless homeownership platform to help you find, buy, sell, finance, and refinance your home. Everything you need, all under one roof. Visit Rocket.com, the new home for all things home ownership. Rocket, own the dream.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-990-1551. That's 800-990-1551.
John.
Attention citizens, a notorious outlaw is on the loose. Mo Leaks, aka the Water Bandit.
Just a little drip here and a little trickle there.
This slippery suspect is guilty of wasting 10% of your water, raising your bill, and stealing 90 gallons a day. Don't let him rob you. Fix those leaks during Fix a Leak Week.
Oh man, I've been caught.
Stop Mo Leaks. Find and fix those leaks today. Learn more at roseville.ca.us/fix-a-leak.
What's hot and what's not. Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot.
And what's not?
It's not good.
Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
All right, Chris.
What's that?
Who is hot?
Cade Cunningham.
Cade Cunningham of the Detroit Pistons?
That is correct.
Okay. Why
so
is he
far
hot?
this season, he has had at least 6 field goals made and at least 4 assists in all 33 of his road games to begin the season. The next longest streak of road games with 6+ field goals made and 4+ assists to begin the season since the NBA merger was 20, and that was by
Luka.
Yeah, who was it?
LeBron James.
I knew
LeBron
it.
James. This does affect his legacy.
It does. Good or bad?
Okay. That makes him hot. Cade Cunningham.
Well, and who's not?
Steph Curry's fourth quarter.
Oh.
Last night in their loss.
Quiet.
Last night in their loss to the
Nuggets.
Yes.
Those Nuggets with no Jokic, with no Jamal Murray, with no Christian Brown.
Stephen Curry in that fourth quarter was 1 for 5 for the field, 1 for 4 for 3-point.
Woof.
To put that in perspective, Bronny James was 1 of 2 from the 3-point line in the fourth quarter, and the Lakers win over the San Antonio Spurs.
People thought he sucked. By the way, the Warriors tonight are the first team last night were the first team in either the NBA or the WNBA to shoot under 25% from 3 on 30 or more 3-point attempts, under 60% from the line on 25 or more attempts, and 20 or more turnovers all in the same game. Ugh. Yeah, not a great game. Woof. 1-800-912-1140. Alex, good morning.
You know what? Dave, I got a DMSO story for you.
Oh, no.
Yes, let's go.
Okay, so I played all 3 sports in high school, played some JUCO football at Butte College, but I grew up on a cattle ranch in Shasta County, and I used DMSO when I rolled my ankle. My dad, same thing, but we didn't have the roll-on, so I've never had the roll-on that you're talking about, but we'd have the liquid in a bottle, pour it in a bucket, soak my ankle in it. So, hey, you're not making this stuff up, and I got your back on this one.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Alex. I've got people on the text line at 916-339-1140. We had guys using DMSO when I played college football, and it stunk like garlic and gave them bad breath. Good for muscles, apparently. Horse meds they were.
The bad breath part is hilarious.
Yeah, because it's somehow, my dad says dimethysulfilate something. It was a paper mail byproduct from making pulp paper. I tore my ankle playing basketball in the backyard. I remember when he did that. It was a third-degree ligament tear. My orthopedist friend who treated me said they would have been better off breaking the ankle. That was the beginning of our relationship with DMSO. My mom says, it's a liniment for horses. You taste garlic when you take it. It worked great on your daddy's ankle. Heart, 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 rainbow, rainbow, heart, mom.
Nice.
Mom loves the emojis.
Bedazzled text.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad.
Hi.
Hi. All right. So that's who's hot, who's not. I believe we have a John Tesh sighting. Yep. He's in the other studio getting ready to play synthesizer. Yes, sir. Bring the key. Last night was a win over the Grizzlies. Oh, my God. It was awesome. After the game, Jake LaRavia lit the beam with someone who looked a lot like Jesus. It was Brad Miller. It was Brad Miller, King's Jesus. Jason Ross.
Is he basketball Jesus?
He is Sacramento Kings basketball Jesus. SKBJ.
All right. First of our 3 categories, we asked total dunks in the game. I had to chart it. I had to chart it. Dave, you said 8?
Yeah.
I said 4.
Yeah.
Chris said 6.
Yeah.
Here we go. Sabonis, dunk. Zach Edey, dunk. Zach Edey, dunk. Grizzlies are done dunking. I'm looking at you, stupid bear.
Yeah, you stupid bear.
LaRavia dunk.
Dunk.
Monk with a little pizzazz dunk.
Monk dunk.
Lyles dunk.
Dunk.
Lyles dunk.
Dunk.
Valanciunas dunk.
Dunk.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8. Did anyone say 8? Did anyone?
Carmichael Dave said 8.
What do you know? DMSO. Love it.
What are you looking at, stupid bear?
See? Thank you.
Very
Love you, Mom.
call.
Love you, Dad.
Put a rainbow on that.
Put a rainbow on that.
All right, then we asked for the revenge game of Jake LaRavia. Points, rebounds, and assists versus his old team. Davey said he'd go for 7 points, 2 boards, 1 assist. I said 9 points, 6 boards, 1 assist. Chris said 12 points, 5 boards, 2 assists. He had 12 points, 2 boards, 1 assist. I think Chris is the closest there.
Okay, we'll
Good
give it
job.
to him. That's fine. It's not exactly on the mark, but it's pretty good.
Then our random stat, Davey said Zach LaVine would have over 12 shots. He is 7 for 11. Still too few. Very efficient again.
More like Zach lean on the field goal attempts.
Zach LaVine.
Just
out
of my corner.
Then I said Sabonis would have a triple-double.
Yeah, he had a hurt eye, a hurt hamstring, and a hurt ankle.
Hurt ankle.
And they were double the pain.
Double the pain. Rub some DM. By the way, I tried former Kings trainer Pete Youngman during the break. Went straight to voicemail. He must be on a plane, G-leaguing around.
Then Chris said that the Tune would hit a 3-pointer. He was 0 for 0. No Tunes. We'll have another one tomorrow. But not bad. Good
Not
job,
bad
good
at
effort.
all. Not bad at all.
And then we have, whenever you want to, we have streaking as well.
By the way, just the chat is just getting destroyed by the text today. From the text line 916, I use DMSO. My breath smelled like tuna melts. That not only is that topical, but it brings the show together.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I go over to the chat. Hey, is Dave happy or sad the Kings won yesterday? What? What's wrong? What's wrong with you people?
He's clearly sad.
Just, I hate it. I'm so happy. I even said that last night. I said, I'm just so happy people paid to go to a game and got a great performance. You know, we spend so much time on playoffs and future and this and rebuild and don't rebuild and draft and trade. Sometimes it's just nice to go in there and beat somebody's ass.
Go to a game and enjoy it and play
Just go to
well
a
and
game
earn it.
Enjoy it.
See the beam.
Stupid
Have
Grizzlies.
a good time.
What are you looking at, stupid bear?
Get out of here, Grizz. Have fun. Have fun down in L.A. where I think they're either in Portland or L.A. next. I know that. I was talking to Hasseltine yesterday.
I know.
Going on the trip. Yeah, he was right in front of you. Voice of the Grizzlies, Eric Hasseltine.
Yes.
I said, hey, why didn't you come on the show yesterday? He goes, because you didn't ask me.
Good point.
Well, you should just come on.
He just has an answer for everything, doesn't he?
Yeah, he sure does. Do we, Jason, do you want to keep your clothes on or do you want to streak? It's up to you.
I want a streak.
I want streakies.
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing?
We're streaking.
That's right. Major League Baseball officially began today with a game in Tokyo with the Dodgers and the Cubs. Dave, you were at a 3-game hitting streak carried over from last year. You started yesterday with taking Mookie Betts, then alerted that he was sick, wouldn't play. Then you said, I'm going to Shohei Ohtani. Then I told you, wait, Dave, he was part of your 3-game hitting streak to end last year. So you went to Fred E. Freeman.
I did because, can't do Ohtani. He was on the streak. Mookie Betts has some weird illness. Hopefully he's okay. He's not playing. So I go Freddie Freeman. Why not?
Well, Freddie Freeman, on the bad news, did not get a hit. On the good news, he did not play. Ribs, apparently. He has them. But the ribs, I don't know if he ate ribs or if his ribs were sore, but he was out. So you stay at 3.
You stay at
damage
3.
done.
You stay at 3.
I was at 0. I had no streak carrying over. I took from the Dodgers Teoscar Hernandez.
Love that name.
Who in the 9th inning on his last plate appearance got a single and drove in the 4th run of the game. So he was 1 for 4. I'm at 1. Chris was already at 1. And he selected Shohei Ohtani. And in his 5 plate appearances, he got 2 hits. So Chris is at 2.
So we all after one day,
we're all still on a hit streak.
We all have streaks going right now.
Dave's at 3, I'm at 1, Chris is at 2, and tomorrow morning they play again, 2nd game of the Major League Baseball season, and then we'll be off for a week for streaking or so. But Dave, you have a pick for tomorrow?
I mean, I guess since everyone else is out and I can't take Ohtani, give me no, you know what? Give me Max Muncy.
Max.
Yeah, give me Maxie.
Maxie. Max Muncy?
Max Muncy.
Okay, I'm going to take, just because I like this guy's name when he was up today, even though he struck out, Pete Crow Armstrong.
PCA.
Of the Cubs.
The Cubs.
Chris?
I will take Will Smith.
He slaps one to left field.
Uh-huh.
Like how he slapped Chris Rock. Well, it's not the same Will Smith though. And it's not the other Will Smith. It's that Will Smith.
Wait, which Will Smith is it?
It's the one that didn't slap.
Oh, that one.
Wait, who is the player that you picked, Jason?
Pete Crow Armstrong. Yes, him.
Oh, why don't we just
do you out there, brother?
Let's take a break. When we come back, I will try to track down Keegan Murray audio. I believe there's Doug Christie audio, Monk and Levine audio. I don't know if any of this is really happening, but
made it all up.
Did you make it all up? We'll see if we can't get some, and we'll talk about that next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
All power, zero compromise. Ego cordless outdoor power equipment features advanced lithium battery technology that exceeds the power and performance of gas without the noise, fuss, or fumes. From blowers and trimmers to mowers and pressure washers, one battery powers over 90 tools. No wonder it is the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Power beyond belief. Visit egopowerplus.com to learn more or to find an Ego retailer near you. That's egopowerplus.com.
Like Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. New Hondas are piling up, and that means big savings for you.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
We could all use more time. Amazon Business offers smart business buying solutions so you can spend more time growing your business and less time doing the admin. I can see why they call it smart. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
It's Power Torque Tools DIY Days at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Lifetime guaranteed Power Torque professional hand tools only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Ever have one of those days where your gut just feels blah?
Ugh, yes.
Occasional bloating or gas could be signs that your gut is out of balance, but Align Probiotic can help. Align 24/7 Digestive Support is a daily use probiotic with a unique strain to help relieve occasional digestive issues. It's the #1 doctor-recommended brand. So when you feel the signs, it's time to try Align. Align Probiotic. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out. Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stinks that just will never come out. Oh, Downy in the rinse change. Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers. One wash, it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Fights odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom,
with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Is it abnormal to be at home by yourself and sing to your dogs? Is that a weird thing?
No.
Okay.
I mean, if the dogs weren't there, would you still sing?
No.
Oh, it's the dog. You're singing.
I'm singing to the dogs. I make up dog songs.
That's weird.
Yeah. They're just so excited. Something great about a dog.
Yeah.
Has no possessions except a bone, a little plastic bone. As soon as I walk in the door, they freak out. They go grab their bones. I read about it. It's because they want to show you, their prized possession.
Oh, look at my bone.
That's right.
A little lower.
What?
Okay. This guy's talking to you.
Oh. Did you say a little lower?
Yes.
I thought he did.
That's what I thought he said, too. That took a dark turn. Did we find any of this audio? We did. Here's Keegan Murray with G-Man. Thank you for that, Christopher. Here's Keegan. Post-game with the legend, Gary.
And a special guest.
Uncle Keegan just slipped on the headset. Keegan, how desperately did this club need to get back into the win column tonight?
Pretty good. I mean, coming back home, different type of energy that we needed for sure after the tough 4-game stretch. So it's good to get you back here.
One of the keys coming in was to not get in a hole in the first quarter. The last 3 games, the Kings had trailed by double digits after the first 12 minutes. Tonight, they had a double-digit lead. How significant was that in your mind?
Second unit did a good job, just kind of keeping the energy going, bringing spark off the bench. And at the end of the first quarter, they were able to expand the lead to 11, I think. And then from there, we just kept it around 10. So.
And I think the Kings ended up with that bench unit generating 6 turnovers with 6 steals in that opening stretch of the ball game. Kings ended up with 11 steals tonight. How good was the defense in your mind?
What'd you say? What'd you say?
I was asking about the defensive contributions with 11 steals and 6 of them coming in the first stages of the first half from the bench bunch.
Yeah, I feel like we brought a lot of pressure on them. Just were able to turn them over, get deflections and things like that, and we're able to generate offense at the other end through that. So you did a good job just getting steals and turning them over.
16 points, 10 rebounds, your 12th double-double of the season. I hope you feel good about that. But now, with Domas going down with a bad ankle, appears to be a bad injury, rebounding is going to become critical here for Sacramento in upcoming games.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm a big part of that. Just being able to contribute on that end of the floor. I feel like I've done a good job the whole year in that, but it's going to take a whole team effort to get the job done. So I feel like it's just a next man up mentality right now.
Absolutely. Keegan, as always, we thank you for your insights. Congratulations on the win.
Yep, thank you.
Oh, that's great.
You heard the special guest?
Yes.
He's
that
everywhere.
Is undeniably a co-beam lighter with Jake LaRavia, Sacramento Kings basketball Jesus, Brad Miller, with a very clear-sounding, I used to beat your dad's ass when I was in college.
And Keegan's like, well, excuse me?
I love Brad with the heat of 1,000 suns. He is living his best life. He splits his time between here and I think Indiana, and he just does not care. He is 100% that guy that just smells like your drunk uncle on a Thanksgiving day during a game, especially after the game. He's had a couple of pops. He's feeling good. Hey,
let me get to that beam.
He's like our John Daly. He is real. He is natural. That's like a Seinfeld episode. Even I know he's going through life, having fun, living his best life, and he does not care. And I love that about him. I used to beat your dad's ass when I was in college, kid. What now? Why did he turn into the manager from Major League? Got a guy on the other line about some white walls.
Come on, Dorn.
Come on, Dorn. Somebody teach that kid some control before he kills somebody. Here's Doug Christie on last night's game.
That's more us. That's more what we expect as far as the fight. 15 turnovers, still a bit of a work in progress. 35 assists, 41 threes. 26 of those assists came from the starters. Off the bench, Devin, Keon, Jake, spectacular. They all came in and brought the level of physicality, intensity, effort, enthusiasm, all the things that we talk about. So from that standpoint, NBA games are hard to win. So I'm really proud of the way that they approach the game tonight.
And he should be. That was a Doug Christie-like performance. And I hate that there's a part of me, Jason, that goes, God, you know how we say, I don't mind if the Kings lose? Well, let me take a step back. Losses are a little easier to deal with. Of course, we mind if they lose. If they play a certain way. I don't mind if Doug makes some mistakes. The guy is a first few months head coach with all kinds of stuff going on around him. I just hate the fact that in the back of my head, I'm thinking that some of his decisions may, and this isn't, by the way, this isn't a disrespect to Doug or his characters at all, but that some of his decisions and some of the organizational decisions may be predicated by things that aren't always just on the floor. And what I mean by that is, well, we don't want to piss this guy off. Well, this is our best lineup, but this person's going to get upset if they don't start. Hey, this guy's making XYZ amount of money. We can't just put him on the bench for these. I really hope Doug is in a position where, I'm not saying he should do this, but if Doug Christie literally wanted to go out and start Devin Carter, Keon Ellis, Jake LaRavia, Jonas Valanciunas, and Trey Lyles, that he is 100% empowered to do that. And, oh, by the way, if it works, stick with that lineup.
Right.
And I just don't know that that's the case. And there's a lot of good reason to think that that may not be the case, because last night that end of the first quarter, that is the first time, I would say, other than really the Houston game in Houston where we started to see sniffs of it, that's the first time I've looked at a team on the floor and go, that is a Doug Christie team right there.
Yeah.
That's him.
And I think what the carryover of the last part of the first quarter to me was the impact it had on the starters. Because then, I mean, the starters weren't bad yesterday to begin the game, but that was a different vibe that second unit brought, and it changed the impact of the game. And then when the starters returned, I thought they had a different level of effort too, and kind of that loose ball steal. Like then those guys were starting to do the same thing while mixing in the offense. So, you know, last night to me was, I'd said to you, like the show started that 4-game losing streak when 3 of them were just really bad.
Yeah.
It makes you just go, what's even here? What is this team? What can they do? Like and then you win last night. Not that I'm expecting this to be the beginning of, wow, they're going to go 5-2 on this homestand.
Sure.
But it just also shows you that's what they can be. Like, you know, when you're losing the way they were losing, it's like, this is a mess. They're like, we're saying things like they're broken and whatever the terms we were using. It's like, they're not competitive. They didn't have chances to win 3 of those games.
That's right.
Last night, it's just like, okay, can you be more like that? I know that's not going to be them every night, but can you find something in that sweet spot? If it's like, back to what you said, like, okay, let's say they lose to Cleveland tomorrow. Is it competitive? Are they fighting with the best team in the East? Are they in the game in the fourth quarter? Then you go, you know what? Cleveland's better than you.
Right.
That's fact.
Absolutely.
And you lose. You're not going to win every game. But if it's, man, now you lose by 30 again and you're not in the game, like what happened? So last night just can't be a one-off.
I think we talked about it at length earlier. In their 3 previous losses, they were down by 15, 14, and 14 after the first quarter. And that was what you had to avoid, was coming out of the box slow. And that run at the end of the first, when it was just kind of back and forth, it effectively put the Grizzlies away. They started, I wouldn't say they started strong, but they finished the start strong, if that makes sense, the end of the first quarter. And we talked about the Grizzlies outscored them by what? I think 2 points the rest of the way.
But you had the lead.
And and that's why when it's like, well, it doesn't matter who starts, it matters who finishes. Well, yeah, to a point, but at some point you have to quit digging yourself out of holes.
Yeah, so there were 3 things. There was that, the slow starts has been killing them. Number 2, the amount of 3-pointers allowed, so that was much better. They had 3 straight games giving up over 23s and of above 50%. So efficiency and making a high volume. They cut that down yesterday to Memphis and also made their own at 28-41. You know, so you didn't not digging that big deficit, and then and not giving up a bunch of threes. And the third one was turnovers have been really bad, and it wasn't as bad yesterday. They had some, but it wasn't nearly as bad as far as the number of them and what the points they turned into. So,
and I don't want to get anybody hyped up. In fact, I would encourage you, depending on how you are, if you're one of those, hey, I'm an optimist. It sounds like I'm making fun of that. If you're one of those optimistic people, God bless you, and go for it. If I'm encouraging everybody to lower. I'm calling tomorrow night's game against Cleveland a Top Gun Maverick game. Go in there like I did to the theater with lowered expectations. Don't expect anything. Expect to lose. Expect that that's the outcome, and you might be pleasantly surprised. And I'll tell you why, Jason Ross. As I look at this Cleveland schedule, 56-11, best record in the NBA. But you know something? They lost twice to Atlanta, including a home one back-to-back. They lost to Miami. They've lost to Indiana. They lost to Philadelphia, who sucks. And they lost just their last game was a loss at home to Orlando.
Yeah, so the streak came to an end. They do play tonight, too, front end of a back-to-back against the Clippers. So you root for them tonight.
Absolutely.
To beat the Clippers, and then you hope you could do something special
Maybe
tomorrow.
they're due. Stranger things have happened.
Yeah.
We'll take a break. When we return, let's finish up our conversation on this game. We'll clean up some other stuff going on in the world of sports as well, including the beginning, if you will, of the tournament action. We'll talk about that next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
It's what you wait for all week. The three-pointers, the rebounds, the thrill of every shot. Win or lose, it's the hope that keeps you coming back. The dream that this time, it might be your year. And so you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when the pressure's on, your support is everything. That's why the NBA store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
If you've been looking for an SUV that combines luxury, comfort, and off-road capability, look no further than the most awarded SUV ever, the Jeep Grand Cherokee at Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. With 470 foot-pounds of torque, a 6,000-pound towing capacity, great gas mileage, the 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee at Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is the perfect SUV for all your needs. See for yourself why people are coming from all over to Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Centrally located across from Hagen Oaks Golf Course, it's the place where a handshake still means something.
A Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
Welcome back. It's actually even better in action.
I bet. It's grand. Huh?
Well, actually.
Welcome back. It is National Sloppy Joe Day.
Are you going to have one for lunch and dinner?
No. You know what I'm going to do? I realize, the reason I have ground beef is we have a bunch of ground beef because I was supposed to make stuffed peppers last Thursday, but just kept getting delayed with other meals we made. So I have to make them tonight because of the peppers, they only have so long of a shelf life. I got to make them. But what I'm going to do on the way home is I'm going to go grab me some buns, hamburger that is, and I'm going to have me all by myself. I'm going to have me while American Energy's out taking care of my air conditioner and furnace. I'm going to be upstairs in bed with the dogs, eating some homemade, fresh, hot, sloppy Joes, maybe a glass of milk, and I'm going to watch this new cartoon I've been getting into. It's the first cartoon.
Family Guy?
No. I guess other than Family Guy or South Park, I haven't gotten into a cartoon in forever. I think the last time was like when the Clone Wars were around. There's a cartoon on Amazon Prime called Invincible. I don't know. Well, you probably know. I'm just telling you, man. This thing is a pretty badass car. It's like super. So like this kid is his dad's like the most he's like super duper hero, right? He's an alien from somewhere else, but he looks like a human. He came to Earth to protect it or whatever. He's like the big bad superhero, and then his kid is like he's just a teenager in high school going through it, and he's waiting for his powers to show up, and then they do, and now his dad's like training him and all that. But spoiler alert, I won't give it away, but there's a scene in it about 5 episodes in where. You ever watch one of them things where like all these main characters, you're like, oh, that won't happen. Like they all die. Spoiler alert. But like this thing happens. It's like a total twist on the whole thing. And it kind of hooked me. I'm like, oh, well, that's what that is.
And the death?
Yeah. Well, I just didn't expect these people to die. That's not how I had it. It surprised me. So now it's on Amazon Prime. It's called Invincible. I highly recommend it. Somebody out there.
Okay, weirdo.
Well, whatever. You watch, don't you watch Rick and Morty?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just
the last season was
man. Kyle does too.
The last couple seasons have been man.
I'm just saying. On the chat line, here's our Reddit representative, Charms here, who said, I blame the fans for the De'Aaron Fox thing. He says, Dave, and it's a problem sometimes when you're talking to people. Like, I don't know how to do it any better. And, some people that, what do I always say? The cheese ain't all on the cracker. And that's the case with our friend here. But they hear things that for example, Dave, why do you expect us to lose? He was talking about what I was talking about tomorrow night.
Okay.
Why do I expect us to lose? Because we're playing a team in the Cleveland Cavaliers that is 56-11. They have the best record in the NBA. We're going through it a little bit, losing 4 of our last 5. Great win last night. I expect us to lose. Vegas will heavily. I would imagine the line is going to be somewhere around. What would you say, Jason? I'm gonna hold my fingers up and a half. I'm adding a half to what my fingers are.
Second night of a back-to-back. They're the best team. Road 6.5.
6.5. That's exactly the line I had. 6.5.
Barring something,
right?
Injuries tonight or something.
What I don't
might even be more with Sabonis being out.
That's that. Actually, right. I didn't think about that. Jesus, you're right. What I don't understand where the comprehension issue comes in at some point with a small group. But that does not mean expect to lose and want to lose are two different things. And I can't imagine what kind of a show this would be. Also, being able to look myself in the mirror, you as well. If we came out and we're like, all right, guys, Kings game tomorrow night against Cleveland. Let's hear it, everybody. Call in. It's the Purple Hotline, 1-800-912-1140. They're going to win. You got to believe. No.
Well, my wants are 82-0.
Of course. Of course.
And I know that's not happening.
You know what I want? How many games do the Kings have? About what? 16? 15? Is it 15?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would like the Kings to win their next 31. Nope. Excuse me. Yeah, their next 31.
33.
30. Well,
if they won 15, you think that,
I think they'd
be
would.
a top 6, I think.
Point being, I think if they ended the year on a 16, I guess, game-winning streak, counting last night, that they would somehow sneak into the 6th seed.
Yeah.
And then you've got first round, second round, conference finals at 16 games.
Wow, one short of the record.
33. The Kings wouldn't even at this point have to break the NBA record for wins to win a championship this year. That's what I want.
Right.
I've never in my life.
I don't
think I've ever had anyone question my fandom as a kid. Like, a lot of things. Well, you can hate me all you want, but I want this team to win every single game. Now, what I want, what I think are two different things. And if you think there are just the thought probably, well, if you think we're going to lose, we're going to lose. No. Everything you do doesn't.
I want the team to think they're going to win every game.
I want
every single thing that every fan does at home or at the stadium makes a direct impact in the game.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's, figure it out. My God. Yeah, not a lot of teams are going to beat the Cavs, guys, but also
no, and the fact that they still have to play them twice in the last.
That's
the only team in the league they haven't faced yet.
That's super neat.
Yeah, Clippers have the same spot. They have to play them twice too.
Remember, I told you earlier about the LA Sparks putting out a request for male practice players, and Cameron Brink, one of the young bright stars of the WNBA, thought it was a little oogie. Here she is talking about the response to all of that.
I guess my confession is I'm really icked out by the potential new practice players.
Wait, what? I haven't seen the post. Can you give me an example?
It's basically just like a flyer. It's like me, Dearica, Rakia, and Kelsey, and it's like male practice players wanted. And usually we use like USC college guys that also like do it for the women's team at USC.
Okay.
And all the comments are like, let Cameron Brink back me down, like, or something about Rakia or something about Kelsey. And now I'm just like, preferably they're gay.
No, for real. That's like, they need to go through a heavy HR training.
Who are we trusting coming into this gym?
But the nerve to just like sit there on their phones and be like, I want to back it up on Cameron. Ew,
you want to back it up on me?
No, but like, could you imagine?
I'm not boxing anyone out. That Lynn, her new coach, is going to be screaming at me for not rebounding. I'm not boxing out anyone.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why. It kind of gave me a headache. It's just the cadence bothered me. I don't know why. I get what they're saying. I get what she's saying. I would just to say again, like, I hope that's not reflective. Yes, there are weird incel wackadoodles there, and most of them hang out on Reddit, of course. But I would throw this out there again. I would think, I could be wrong, that the bulk of people, men that are good enough to be practice players for a WNBA team are not like that.
Right.
They take things a little more seriously and respectfully. But I could be wrong.
I mean, I'm surprised they put that out there publicly, like looking for. I mean, I think just what they said, grab some people from USC that have played, that know how. It's not only are you looking for people that are good, that can push you, or that push them to make them better, but it's also you have to know how to play in a way that like you don't want to be reckless. You're not trying to get anybody hurt. That's the last thing you want to do.
No, and you're exactly right. Like they probably could have gone about it differently. Maybe they were trying some sort of publicity thing, whatever. I don't know. Hey, remember that West Virginia governor that's pissed that they didn't get in? We've seen him talking and all that. His name's Patrick Morrissey. Don't think there's any relation, Chris, but maybe you can tell from the voice. He's very angry at the NCAA. Very angry.
And I've asked Attorney General McCuskey to launch an investigation into the NCAA Tournament Selection Committee to determine if any backroom deals, corruption, bribes, or any nefarious activity occurred during the selection process. I know that the Attorney General and I are going to leave no stone unturned during this process.
No stone unturned.
And that's going to be a tough one to prove.
It is.
They're going out to NCAA instead of politicians? Okay.
I know. Can I just say I'm split on politicians getting involved in sports? Like, on one hand, I wish that Congress would get together and get rid of the antitrust exemption for baseball. I think it's dumb that they have it. And baseball's not going to just voluntarily give it up.
Right.
On the other hand, I always go, don't you have more important things to do? Like, what are you doing here?
Right.
This is cheap points you're getting here. Isn't there like someone's on death row or there's a tax or I don't know, important things?
I'm against it, unless Ralph Nader's trying to fight for the Kings in Game 6.
That was the one example
that made sense.
That made all the sense in the world, because that wasn't about the Kings, Jason. That was about America.
Yeah.
America.
He was doing it for America.
He was doing it not just for the kids of yesteryear, but also all the kids of the future.
Because he believed that
children are
the future.
They are the future. Yeah. I get so emotional when I think about it. That happened during the break. I'll admit that publicly. So Emotional came on. I get so emotional, baby. And for 5 minutes, I had a brain freeze. I couldn't remember who it was. And yeah,
you got there though.
I did.
You did it
all on my own. We'll take a break. On my own, also a very big hit from the 80s by
Patti LaBelle.
Look at you.
Michael McDonald.
You're damn right. It's a forgotten Mike. I never understand we're not alone. It's a great song. I might blast that on the way home.
Really?
You know what I think I'm going to do?
With Sloppy Joe's while American Energy's working on
damn
their,
right. I'm going
to
create a playlist. It's going to have all the songs I wouldn't listen to in front of anyone. And it's going to be like that.
You and the dogs.
And it's going to be, it's going to have some Wilson Phillips on. Hold on.
Sir, I believe you have a gas leak right above your dinner table.
I'm eating a Sloppy Joe.
Just hold on for one more day.
Yeah, relax. We'll take a break when we come back. We'll have to watch the first four and so much more. It rhymes coming up after this.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Meanwhile at Xfinity. Okay, huddle up. Do you realize how many fans stream basketball? It's madness.
But real fans stream with Xfinity Internet.
Totally. We've engineered the fastest connection.
With reduced buffering and low lag.
'Cause making streaming better is what we do!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Can we let go now? It's really not a huddle with two people.
Switch to Xfinity Internet and stream live sports from the best seat in the house. Bring on the good stuff.
Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Actual speed vary. Not guaranteed.
Come check out Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room with the most variety of table games in the region in a safe and friendly environment. Plenty of well-lit parking available, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. And remember, Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com, and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Is that a new Samsung Galaxy A15 5G?
Yeah, I got it for free when I joined Cricket Nation.
Sounds pretty great.
At Cricket, anyone can get a new phone when they switch.
Whoa.
With a high-quality camera, meaning more flattering selfies for all, and super fast 5G, so you can post them for all to see. Your friends, your family, your ex. Free phone! Free phone!
Okay, I'll switch.
Welcome to Cricket Nation.
Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. Must bring your number to Cricket on a $60 a month voice plan. First month service charge and tax to its sale. These terms and other restrictions apply. See cricketwireless.com for details.
Pro Savings Days are back at Lowe's with limited time savings on the supplies pros need. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save an additional $100 on every $1,000 you spend on select major appliances. And don't miss your chance to activate and earn 3 times the points on select DeWalt and Klein tools. Lowe's, we help. You save. Valid through 3/28. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details on qualifying items.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
The word "for" has been used in golf for centuries, and its origins can be traced to the Middle Ages. According to historians, the word "for" is derived from the Old English word meaning before or in front of. In those days, the term was used to warn people of incoming arrows during archery practice. Another theory suggests that "for" has military connections. During the 19th century, artillery officers would yell "for" to warn their troops of incoming shells. This practice may have carried over to golf. The most popular theory, however, is that "for" has Scottish roots. In Scotland, "for-caddy" was used to describe a person who walked ahead of the golfers to spot where their ball landed. The for-caddy would then yell "for" to warn the golfers if their ball was heading towards another golfer or a spectator. Today, "for" is used to warn golfers or spectators of an errant shot. Whether it's derived from the Middle Ages, military practice, or Scottish roots, "for" has become an integral part of the game of golf, and now you know why. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Spring is in the air, and there's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. Whether you're shopping for new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings. Plus, get top dollar for your trade. And while life's roads are often filled with bumps, buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there. Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
Sloppy Joe, sloppy, sloppy Joe, yeah. Sloppy Joe, sloppy, sloppy Joe, sloppy Joe, sloppy Joe, yeah. Sloppy Joe, yeah. One morning that I woke up to see all the pepperoni pizza was looking at me. It's green, why do you burn me? And serve me up cold. I said, I got the spatula, just do what you're told. Then the liver and onions started joining the fight.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
National Sloppy Joe Day. Adam Sandler and the crew dancing, including Chris Farley. Yeah, turn this. This is a banger.
Sloppy Joe came and joined my side. He said if it wasn't for the lunch lady, the kids wouldn't eat you. You should be shaking her hand and saying, pleased to meet you. She gives you a purpose and she gives you a goal. You should be kissing her feet and kissing her more. Now all the angry
It's gonna what? It's gonna mute us? What does that even mean?
Running too long of a song. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sloppy Joe.
That's such a
Sloppy Joe.
Yeah, what a hook. Adam Sandler, musical genius, and dropped the trailer for Happy Gilmore 2 today.
Oh,
the full trailer.
Maxwell Jacob Friedman's in that movie.
I don't know who that is.
MJF. We talked about him a couple weeks ago.
Let me see if I know who that is. Maxwell what?
Jacob Friedman.
Jacob Friedman is who the hell is this? Oh, he's a wrestler. I don't think I've ever seen this guy before in my life. Well, that's good that he's in it though. Now I will see it. I'm doing everything I can. Obviously, a trailer is designed to make you want to see the movie. So all the good stuff's going to be in there.
A lot of good stuff. Yeah.
I'm doing everything I can. Happy Gilmore is such a special place in my heart. I'm doing everything I can to lower my expectations between now and July.
Okay. Question on trailers. More disappointing if all of the good stuff in likely a funny movie is in the trailer.
Yep.
Or that's option one. Or there's something in the trailer that's funny that you want to see in the movie that ends up not being in the movie.
Okay.
Sometimes those get cut.
So option two, I think in my world, one of the most famous examples of option two, it's in the trailer, but it wasn't in the movie, was weirdly enough, the original Major League. At one point, they're all sitting around. It's Wesley Snipes, Tom Berenger, and Charlie Sheen. And they're out to dinner. It was right after the guy who, when he sneezes, it looks like a party favor, took Charlie Sheen yard in the opening game. And one of them, I think it was Wesley Snipes said, or Tom Berenger said to Charlie Sheen, there are a lot of parks that wouldn't have been out of. And he goes, name one. He goes, Yellowstone.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a line.
Yeah.
Well, not only was it not in the movie, but so many people wondered why the hell it wasn't in the movie. They put it in the second one.
Okay, because I remember either from the trailer or from the second one. I can't remember where the reference in my head, but I feel like it was the trailer. We used to say that
all the time,
just in wiffle ball, in Little League, whatever. Not Little League, but
it was off the trailer.
Yeah,
it was off the trailer. That's how long ago it was. Wasn't in the movie, and then they put it in Major League too. As far as I think I'd rather something I wanted to see not be in the movie because I think it could still be good.
Yeah.
If every single good thing is in the trailer and then the movie sucks,
it's really funny, and then you're like, that was everything in it.
And I really want, in this day of sequels and no original ideas, I really want Happy Gilmore 2 to be good, because what I really want is not Happy Gilmore 2, although I will go see it and I will hopefully enjoy it. I want Billy Madison too. I want to know, because that actually, to me, there's a real story there. What happened after Billy graduated? He gave the company to Carl. What's his face? Josh from the West Wing got shot. Bradley Whitford by Steve Buscemi. And he ends up with, in Happy Gilmore, it looks like he's still with Veronica Bennett or Virginia Bennett. I want to know if he's still with Pete Sampras's wife.
Yeah.
In Billy Madison. What did he go on to be a teacher? Is he still a teacher? Did he screw it all up and he's some drunk? Obviously, Norm's not going to be in it. That's going to be sad, but I still think you can pull it off. Chris Farley won't be in it. Right. That's going to suck. Yeah, I think you could do a real good story.
When is
or maybe just make original ideas.
When is Happy Gilmore 2 out?
July.
Okay.
Chris, is there something to be said that, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, cavemen made fire, right? I'm assuming like they figured it out at some point in the cave, right? And, we can carry around something in our pocket that, is instant fire. It's called a lighter. You have an idea that's an original idea, but I don't want them to stop it. I'm just glad that every time I cook, I don't have to make a fire in my living room. I have an oven. I have a barbecue. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we so against these? I feel like Happy Gilmore is a lighter. Happy Gilmore 2 is a lighter to Happy Gilmore 1's cave fire. Like, why are we so against, as long as the sequels are good and well? I want to see the extension of the story.
Macbeth was such a good play. Why isn't every play and TV show and movie Macbeth?
Well, you should have just said, well, actually, before that. It doesn't, some things don't have a...
This is all I want. I'm not even against using the same idea. Just call it something else.
Oh, it's the name.
There wasn't a reboot of Point Break. It was just called The Fast and the Furious, which is like you could change just enough, and all the things that we like, we still like about that. Just do that. You can't even be original enough to do that.
but don't you like? Okay, I'll ask you guys this.
See, because here's what you do. You're the person that you like after the movie. They say, this person went on to do this. This person went on to do that.
I'm invested in these characters. I want to know what their lives are like. I want to know what happened. If there was any mainstream movie from my youth that I could pick for a sequel, and I've given this a lot of thought, it would be Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah.
I love that. I want to see that
You
sequel.
would change it.
But I would... Wait, would I? I would
make it dark.
I would expand on it. Yes, it would be that Ferris is now graduated and become corporate, and his daughter is now the version of Ferris.
Wouldn't his daughter be like 37 years old by now?
Yeah, I see. That's the thing. I mean, you'd have to, or his granddaughter.
No,
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Hey, maybe he and Mia Sarah didn't work out in college, and he found love late. He's got himself a 15, 16-year-old daughter, 17-year-old daughter, and she's like he was. And because here's the thing, and then we'll move on. I've said this many times. I don't think Ferris Bueller's Day Off was a original idea. Chris, here's one for you. Let's see if we can agree. Do you know what I think inspired Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
What?
A very famous story. It's a Disney story. I think Ferris Bueller is Peter Pan. I've always thought Ferris Bueller was Peter Pan. The embodiment of youth, gets away with everything. He's mischievous, but you love him. You've got the pirates. That's the corporate world, and his dad and the teachers and all that. I think it was a modern sort of riff on Peter Pan. And I'm saying that theme could carry through to a sequel. It's just like any fantasy movie, dude. You have the anonymous adopted kid who didn't know his parents, who hangs out
like Harry Potter
with the adopted family that makes him work and tries to hide his past that they're aware of, but he's not. And then somehow he's off taking a leak when he's 15 and he realizes he has some magic power and his real dad is evil and terrible or whatever, and he has to save the world. Like, that story's been done 100,000 times. It's called Harry Potter. It's called Star Wars. It's called Lord of the Rings. Because we can identify with it. Because deep down inside, we all want to be goddamn hobbits with powers. Deep down inside, we all want to be Luke Skywalker.
You're actually describing Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Shawn Michaels.
100% exactly my points. Sweet chin music.
Pass the ox.
And I won't pass the ox. Bucks and Warriors tonight. Cavs and Clippers. Let's go Clippers. No, let's go Cavs, right? Wait.
Yeah,
let's go Cavs.
Yeah.
Game 2 tomorrow morning at some ungodly time. Dodgers, Cubs. And the first 4 starts today. St. Francis versus Alabama State. North Carolina, San Diego State.
Can I add that I like that you said, oh, it's just a stupid time that the game's on, and it's literally when we all wake up.
Which is, in fact, at a very stupid time.
Agreed.
We'll take a break. We'll come back with Crosstalk, Alan Styles, celebrity birthdays, and more next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Jason Ross here to tell you about Jonathan Gonzalez, a lawyer right here in downtown Sacramento, and you need to call his offices if you feel like you need some representation or you're unsure whether or not you do. He's the guy to call, 916-304-9187 at SacLegalDefense.com. Now, you might need some help with criminal defense. Maybe it's a sexual harassment case, wrongful termination case, auto accident. There's lots of different reasons things go on. Maybe it's something that from your past that's still following you that you can't shake, that is keeping you from doing certain things. Well, how about an expungement? He is specialized in that. People gotten their rights back and just been able to kind of keep going forward with their lives. And his case preparation and overall approach has resulted in life-changing, impactful results for thousands of clients, and you could be one as well. So make sure you look into it. You got the questions. You want to know who to call. It is Jonathan Gonzalez, lawyer, and his law offices in downtown Sacramento, 916-304-9187, or go to SacLegalDefense.com.
Woohoo! Unbelievable.
All right.
Those are the sounds of tax accountants rejoicing after experiencing the power of Blue Jay, the leading generative AI solution for tax research. Tax season is here, and if you're an accounting firm, the pressure is on. Long hours and tight deadlines make this time of year a challenge for even the most seasoned tax professionals. So, tax accountants, here's your solution. Blue Jay, the preferred partner solution of CPA.com for tax research. Ask a complex tax question, and Blue Jay gives you better tax answers in seconds. Save time and maximize your clients' refunds with high-speed, accurate, and intuitive AI technology built with a library of only the most trusted tax resources, updated daily to keep up with changes in tax. For a limited time, save 40% off at bluejay.com/start now. That's BLUE, the letter J.com/start now. Or text BLUE to 511-511. Blue Jay, generative AI for better tax answers. Text BLUE to 511-511 today. Tax fees may apply.
Things are just better when you switch to Cricket. The sun shines a little brighter. Happy music starts randomly playing. Best of all, you can get iPhone 13 for just $29.99 with the ultra bright Super Retina display and up to 19 hours of video playback, all on Cricket's super fast 5G network. See, isn't that better? Smile, you're on Cricket.
Requires new account imported on $60 plan. First service charge and tax to its sale. $25 activation fee. Terms and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. See store for details.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Buying a home used to feel like a complete headache. Listings here, pre-approval there, financing somewhere else. Now, Rocket is giving every home one address. Rocket.com. A single seamless homeownership platform to help you find, buy, sell, finance, and refinance your home. Everything you need, all under one roof. Visit Rocket.com, the new home for all things homeownership. Rocket. Own the dream.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-990-1551. That's 800-990-1551.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things.
And now,
here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Yeah, here we go. Fast Talk. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, Christopher Lloyd, Alan Stiles.
In the building.
In the building. I was watching your show on YouTube and yesterday because I support the station, at least the middays. And I know you have like your own little display on YouTube that looks different than everyone else. And I recognized everything, but then on the bottom right, it says like at DSJDD or something. No idea what the hell that was. So I actually went on my Twitter. I'm like, what does he have? Is that like a show Twitter? That's weird. Why would it wouldn't be Styles Files show or something? Oh, what the hell is this? Oh, it's Kyle. It's Kyle. It's Kyle's Twitter. It's Kyle's Twitter.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't know. You just says Kyle on the Twitter.
Is he paying for advertising?
That's what I'm saying. Why are we giving him free advertising?
Yeah. Cleaning money.
Alan, are you going to be in the bracket this year? The fun bracket that Jason Ross?
Yeah, but we don't have to do it till Thursday, right?
Yeah. Well, if you want to wait till the last minute.
Thursday early.
Yeah. Well, you know I'm not here Friday for my birthday.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't. How would I know that?
I told you.
When?
I texted you.
Did you?
You're not here for your birthday.
No.
Are you 12?
Right. What are you going to
No,
Chuck
no,
E. Cheese?
no. But here's the thing. You remember last year I went to spring training for that trip. This year we wanted to couple it with March Madness. My buddy who organized the trip, he did not realize it was on my birthday. So it's not an Allen.
So you're just watching March Madness?
No. We're going to San Diego to golf again.
Oh.
But we wanted to couple it with watching a lot of
gotcha.
March Madness. And then when he sent the dates, I said, this is my birthday. He said,
Happy birthday.
He said, of course I did. But he did not know.
Round is on him.
Yeah. I also have an announcement.
So wait, this trip isn't for your birthday. It just happens to be on your birthday.
That is correct.
Do you have the breaking news banner? Could you call that up, please, real quick? Give me a second here.
When it breaks,
we have it first.
It's Sacktown Sports breaking news.
Go ahead, Alan.
I have just confirmed my first in-game host MC date for the Sacramento River Cats.
Oh, yeah?
If you want to come out and say hello, March 29th.
March 29th. Alan Styles, the Hit Doctor, live at Rayleigh. That one.
Just 11 days away.
I know.
You ready?
It kind of snuck up on me.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I have to go Sunday when I get back from San Diego, going to shadow Lee, the MC. He's been there for a couple years now, so I got to shadow him for the Giants game, shadow him for another game.
You get to shoot the hot dog cannon?
I don't, but they had it. They had it.
Why?
What?
Why?
What?
Do you?
I don't know.
Oh.
I'll be organized. I'll be doing other things. What's so funny?
Nothing. I'm 12 years old, dude. I was kind of half listening and getting ready for celebrity birthdays. And I don't know why, but Jason said, "Do you get to shoot the hot dog cannon?" That caught me funny. That was like, what was it yesterday? The Polish cannonball that they're having at Royals games. Anyways, well, congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Look at you out there,
fun.
hustling, young man that you are, hustling, getting your face and your name out there.
Yeah.
I know.
So you still got to guess, and I'll pop in the chat, see who guesses correctly.
How old you are? I'm not doing that.
I know. You have to do it.
How old you are, just by your mentality, I would say 53.
How about that? Can I ask for one hint? One hint.
No.
One hint.
It starts with 199.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty
I
obvious.
was going to say, what year were you born?
It's pretty.
What? It's a simple question.
He has trouble with math.
Do you not remember?
I remember.
Okay.
He's getting too old.
It's not till Friday. I'll pop in.
It starts with 199.
Was Bush president when you were born?
I'm going to say 33.
Oh, we're doing not to do it now.
Why? Hey,
it's not today.
By the way, you know what today is?
What?
It's better than your birthday. Sorry, no offense.
Oh yeah.
It's National Sloppy Joe Day.
I heard you on the radio on the way in.
I'll bet you like tuna melts, don't you? Don't you?
What?
Do you like
what
tuna
does that
melt?
have to do with Sloppy Joe?
Because Chris says a tuna melt's better than a Sloppy Joe.
Someone on the
different.
chat suggested that, and I said I agreed with that.
That I like.
No. Just
someone
tuna
said
melts are
that
better.
Tuna melts are better than sloppy joes.
We just had Sloppy Joes. My wife made them from scratch last week.
From scratch.
Wait, hold on.
That's right.
Not Manwich?
No,
She actually
from
made-
scratch. And then she,
changer.
with the leftovers, she made Sloppy Joe fries for the next day.
So you like pour the Sloppy Joe mixture on the fries?
With sour
How
cream.
do you
Yeah.
with what?
Sour cream.
How does it keep getting worse?
No.
No, actually, how do you eat
What's
it?
going on here?
Isn't it? Well, I guess it's sloppy fries.
Yeah.
Awesome. So in effect, so they were sloppy joes and sloppy fries, but the sloppy fries weren't. They were leftovers.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
The fries were new.
The fries were new.
Did you have seconds?
No, I didn't
Well,
have
that's
the
a perfectly
fries.
valid question.
I didn't have the fries.
Gotcha.
She did. I was at the game.
Okay.
And I put pickles on it.
Okay, how does this keep getting worse? Celebrity Birthday is brought to you by Crumble Cookies. Hey, listen, I know this isn't their official tagline. I'll say it. If you're not eating Crumble Cookies, you're stupid.
Yeah.
Right? I'm just going to say it. You know, they're so dang good. Go grab yourself some Crumble Cookies today. And if you get a chance, say hello to our good friend Crumble Chris. Back to you, Jason.
All right. Happy birthday to Adam Levine. Levine.
Adam Levine is
Taking it all on me.
44.
Really? I feel
Yeah.
like he's been around for a minute. I'm going to say 47, actually.
Big 5-0.
Alan's closest, 46. Happy birthday, Queen Latifah.
Bringing down the house.
I was just reading about
Taxi.
her. Oh, it's at the Oscars. Equalize. My wife loves that show. And then she was doing stuff at the Oscars.
Right?
She's had a great career, my wife. Also Queen Latifah.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's Queen Latifah's like set the screen. I think she's 60. She's been around.
Yeah.
What do they say about Queens?
Is Queen Latifah I'm reaching here. Is Queen Latifah the LL Cool J of the female side? Like, is there a comparison there that just transcends, has been around forever, has cred in just about every? Is there a better comparison if you were like, who's the female LL Cool J?
No.
Would she be the closest?
No.
Who would be?
I would say LL Cool J is the male Queen Latifah.
Because you can't say Queen. She's not Snoop, right? But it's the same. You know.
What I'm saying is like, I don't think there's another.
I think you nailed
They
it.
both have network shows.
Yeah.
They anyways.
I'm gonna say 61.
58.
Chris is closest, 55.
Get out of here with MC Light.
Happy birthday to Vanessa Williams.
Light as a rock. Vanessa
Eraser.
Vanessa Williams. That's the Miss America, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Here's
I think she's
No.
or was once
Yeah.
upon a time, and then I got you.
Wait, what?
She was.
Yeah.
She was in a magazine. Vanessa
People.
Williams is 62.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 64.
59.
We have a correct answer. It goes to Carmichael Dave, 62.
Oh, my Vanessa Williams.
How about happy birthday to Devin Carter?
Someone's come on.
23.
Yeah,
It's going to be one of two.
I don't know how he could be 24 yet. 23.
22.
Well, knowing Monty McNair, he's probably 28.
Yeah.
We have a correct answer, and it goes to Dave and Alan, 23.
Thank you,
Dave,
thank
that's
you.
two in a row. Happy birthday to Scal Labissiere.
Ah. Now.
Here's a guy.
Not really the best of birthdays today, is it?
Well, there's others, but
Scala Bissiere, a 28.
29.
27.
we have a correct answer. It goes to Alan Stiles. He's now on two in a row. Let's go with happy birthday to Mike Rowe from, what is it, Dirty Jobs?
Dirty Jobs.
Yeah.
I need something else.
He has a really recognizable.
You know what?
He does the commercial where he does a dirty job.
All right. How about this, Alan?
Okay.
Brian Scalabrine, CJ Miles, Ivica Zubats, Dane Cook, Andre Rison, Brian Greasy.
Dane Cook is 55 and his wife is 21.
I'm going to say Zubac.
Okay. For three in a row.
You know what they say about big men?
What?
Always a little younger than you think.
Okay.
Say Zubac is 27.
I'll say 28.
29.
We have a correct answer. It goes to Carmichael Dave.
Oh,
20.
let's
By the
go!
way, Dane Cook was 53, Chris. But his wife might
Chris.
be 21. I don't know.
Coming up on the Alan Style Show today, lots of Kings talk, I'm sure. March Madness, so much more. Stay tuned for Jason, for Chris, for me. The beam is lit. It's Awful Live Support. Enjoy your day. Thanks for showing up, everybody. Bye-bye.